Yo, 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 it's the Gangster Lifestyle. We in the building. Conceited, what's up? Hit the like button. We gonna wait for a couple people to come up in here. What you saying, Conceited? Late? I'm not late. How late am I? It's 7:03, Conceited. Come on. Y'all sit and wait for an hour for Razor Rays. You know what I'm saying? Half an hour for Razor Rays. He always late. I'm late by 2 minutes. How you gonna schedule a time as a #1 travel YouTuber? First of all, I scheduled my time yesterday. He scheduled his today, and my time is based on the time that my guest has to come up. We not worried about the #1 travel YouTuber, so the self-proclaimed #1 travel YouTuber, because this list that everybody's making a big hoo-ha about, he's not even on it. You know what I'm saying? The official list from yangachat.com, the Gangster Lifestyle is number 129. The #1 so-called traveling YouTuber is not even on it. Ellis Durrell, salute, what up? Apartment R, salute, what up? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop this link in the chat, right? This link is for my guest only. So nobody else hit it. First of all, we're gonna get into a couple things. Number one, y'all already know what this is. I did this last week. Polo 67. Set it off for your spring and summer with this right here. You can pick it up. RalphLauren.com, Macy's. You know what I'm saying? It's about between $80 to $130, depending on which size you get. You know what I'm saying? I'm making this, y'all know I usually have a scent of the day. I'm making this here the scent of the month. This is the winner right here. This is a banger. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from Big Gans, the Gangster Lifestyle. We're going to get into a couple of things today. I got a lot of people pulling up that work with me at my job, so I'm going to let y'all know, all y'all travelers, this is a New York City Sanitation Live. A lot of people coming up. We're going to get into Brazil. Brazil just added the whatchamacallem, to their visa requirements. They added that $2,000 requirement in your bank account for them to see. You have to show that $2,000 in your bank account. They added that to the visa requirement. And from what I'm hearing, all of this is in response to Trump's tariffs. You know what I'm saying? That's how Brazil is fighting back. So you know what it is. Salute to Bama the Traveler. He dropped that news this morning. So if you're looking to go to Brazil, get your visas now. You're going to have to, show your passport, of course, and get another passport photo just to show. And you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to have that $2,000 to show in your bank account, which me personally, I think it's a good thing, but it is what it is. I'm going to drop this link. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Salute to the 19 people in the building. Everybody hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Conceited, salute. Delton, salute. Wizard of Clout, salute. Ellis Durrell, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn GQ, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? That link is for my, yo, John Davis. P Funk, Mr. D, salute. P Funk, if you in the building, hit that link. You know what I'm saying? That link is right there in the chat. That's for you. And that's also for Mr. D if he got time to come up. Salute. P Funk, hit that link. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Nairobi, Kenya. My man P Funk, he was just there last week. He was chopping it up with Austin Holloman. You know, so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about retiring from the city of New York. You know, Big Shy. What up, Big Shy? What's good? What's good? Yo, I'm gonna open up the link. After me and P Funk finish talking, I'm gonna drop the link for everybody to come up. Shy, come up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up about the job, about retirement, all of that. You know what I'm saying? P Funk, hit that link. That's for you. Yo, yo.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Ain't shit in the building.
Yeah. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yo,
no doubt.
this my man here. We go back a ways, you know what I'm saying? New York City Department of Sanitation.
Yeah.
You know I'm getting some feedback. You got an extra window open? Close your YouTube window on your computer. Close the YouTube and just go with the stream, y'all.
How's that?
That's better.
All right.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so yeah, we met New York City Department of Sanitation. Me and him working on the truck together. You know what I'm saying? He came to my garage one day, and you know, it was a fun day that day out in the rain. I remember it like it was yesterday.
New York strongest.
You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? So listen, for all the people that's not from New York, down south, West Coast, Midwest, all of that, we're gonna tell y'all a little bit about New York City Department of Sanitation. It's not your average sanitation department, what you would have in your city. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot more than just picking up garbage. You know what I'm saying? We have to we clean the streets when it snows. We do all that plowing. We in Manhattan, we coordinate with the NYPD when all the big wigs come to town, the dignitaries, the president, during when they have the UN General Assembly. We coordinate with the NYPD and the FBI and the Secret Service to set up blockades. You know what I'm saying? We block off the streets, and you know what I'm saying? They have the whole of Manhattan shut down. So New York City Department of Sanitation is big, has big involvement of that. You know, we not just your average sanitation department, what you would have in Florida and Atlanta and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we're a little bit bigger than that.
Well, if you just think about the garbage part of it, we bigger than everybody else because we just the number of people that live here is like it's unmatched. So we service a big number of people. That's number one. And like what you're alluding to, we do a lot of other functions as far as, you know, with the vehicles and blockades and all that, parades. We clean up the parades. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. So
yeah. In Manhattan there's a parade damn near every week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we do a lot whenever the president comes to town, especially now we got Trump. And if y'all don't know, Trump is in New York City every other week. Trump has buildings in New York City.
Well, he has a home here. He has a home here. So
yeah, he has a home here. So we have to block all of that off, you know, help, you know, coincide with the NYPD, secure that down and all of that. It's a big operation. The department is, as far as sanitation workers alone, about 15,000 strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, not anymore. It used to be 10,000. It's not that much now, but you know, it's pretty close.
Yeah. They well, it's a lot of dudes retiring. And then they got a big class getting ready to come in. You know what I'm saying? That test. Actually, my son just took the test.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Not last year, but but he's gunning for the fire department. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, whatever calls them, fire department, sanitation, MTA, all of that. And you know, we took all them tests coming up back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And you know, New York City Corrections called me first, and I saw just being in the academy, that wasn't the job for me.
Right.
So actually, when I was in the academy, I got that letter from Sanitation, and I actually spoke to the instructor in New York City Corrections, and he was like, "Yo, my man, get up out of here and go take that job."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what it was going with me from there. You know what I'm
I take
saying?
my hat off to anybody that could run up in a burning building, boy. That's some
Yeah,
hero shit for real.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's get into this Nairobi, Kenya trip. Let me see.
No
I just
doubt.
got permission from Austin Holloman. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We're gonna share this. We're gonna do a screen share on this.
It's a long flight. I tell you that. It's a long flight.
I believe it.
14 hours, 14 and a half.
Right.
Boy, you better get the extra leg room or something.
She rejected me, so I'm ready to go home now.
It's over.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Chilling.
All right.
Nah, I heard you from the States. That's what we say, like she
Oh,
valid.
New York.
Yeah, I'm from Jersey, son.
Okay.
Jersey. We seen Shorty out here in a straight bubble V. Like
You don't understand why they wearing coats out here, man.
Cause it's winter time.
Coats, yeah.
But like, the rain and shit, like they did Newark, Brick City.
Brick City?
We out here.
Okay. You from Newark too?
Texas.
I even Texas.
Where at the park?
Forward.
Well, I'm moving to Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm retiring. You know, how y'all hook up? Y'all going to school together or something?
Nah, we just met up out here.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
You came out here by yourself?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
That's
of
my
here.
brother.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We got a team. There's like 6 of us. You getting out of material? You came all the way out here by yourself. That's gangster.
Yeah. We make content and shit like that, yo.
I respect you. Oh, you a content creator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You too?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on? Nice to meet you, homie.
going on, bro? You know what I'm thinking about doing, actually?
What part of Jersey you from?
Brick City.
Great. And he's from Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, what's going on?
So now check it, right?
What's going on?
I'm retiring, right, from Sanitation, New York City Sanitation.
Alright.
Now, I've never been a content creator. I'm 55 years old. Like, how would I go about starting that shit? I want to do like, right, let me get,
Three. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Camera,
making
like,
sure he getting into some
get the
action while
combo
he out
pack.
here.
It comes with everything. A microphone.
He
all
at
that
the right place today, though. Huh?
DGI Pocket 3, right?
shit. Yeah.
No, driving.
But yeah, if you just want to start
he out here,
ASAP,
make
just
sure
start
he
using your
gets some
phone. Get your
action.
little tripod for like 15. You can even get like CBD if you want to start right now because you're in Africa. That's it's town. Central Bishop District.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I don't know one chick, even chicks that I done fell out with, they don't be talking shit about me. Well, maybe they do.
So yeah, you was out there.
So you ever met my brother, your supervisor?
I seen him before.
Yeah, that he a supervisor on the job. That's my brother talking to
Right.
dark skin dude. That's my
Right.
brother. He actually a supervisor in Q6.
Right.
So we was surprised to see them dudes out there because we hadn't seen that many Americans out there at that point. But that where we was at right there, that was the racetrack. That was the racetrack. They into horse racing out there. So that was a crazy event because it was a lot of different people there, a lot of white people, a lot of different mix of people there. You know what I'm saying? Rich, poor, but it seemed like they all vibe to that race event. They all go to that race event on Sunday. That was a vibe, man. It was cool. And then afterwards, they had like a little after party. It was crazy, man. They love their music out there, boy. It was definitely a vibe, man.
Yeah. A little bit of the footage that you sent me from the club. Let me see. I was gonna play that, but I don't want to get no. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
this is my first monetized live. So yo, hit the super chat. Know what I'm saying? I can be
Super chat.
I could be a begging traveler now. Yeah.
So you said hit the super chat? He said hit the super chat.
Yeah, there's a little icon where you post your comment where you can click on it and you can pay to write a comment, say like $5, $10, you know what I'm saying? and I get some monetization from it. But we're not worrying about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's for everybody in the chat. If y'all want to, hit the super chat. But I rather everybody. Oh, it's not there? Well, I'm partially monetized. Conceited says it's not there, but I'm partially monetized. But soon will be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop some more content, do a little bit more lives, and then y'all know what it is.
Listen, get that money, son. Get that money.
Yeah, Conceited asks, are you sure you're monetized? Yes, because YouTube just sent me they sent me everything, you know what I'm saying? You know, as far as the monetization, the process that you have to go through. So I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? Partially monetized means that you have the watch hours and you're almost to the subscribers.
Wow.
You're not quite there, but you're almost there. So that's why I asked everybody to hit the subscribe button. I need about 200 more subscribers and I'll have 1,000.
Yeah, so I definitely subscribe. So I definitely, that's a good look, bro. I wish you the best.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you said you wanted to be a content creator.
Definitely, definitely.
This trap. Now, what you want to do? Because I got into this travel space, and let me tell you, just like the movie, this is a sunken place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you something, bro. I've been traveling my whole career. You know what I'm saying?
We've been doing this a long time.
So it just makes sense for me, bro. I'm about to retire. You know what I mean? And it just makes sense that I would do something. I'm not going back to nobody's job, nobody's boss, none of that shit. So it makes sense that I would turn my life of travel into something, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, a business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that looks yet, but I definitely know it makes sense for me because I love to travel. So it's like, it's not even work for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, once you get in, and it's definitely a business. The YouTube thing is that like the domain name, the Gangster Lifestyle, I own that.
Right.
I just wrote off on my taxes. I was able to write off everything under the Gangster Lifestyle.
Okay.
My travel, all the equipment that I got. You know,
wow.
I still gotta pay Uncle Sam.
Nah, that's big though. That's big though. That's big though. That's big.
When you retire, especially in New York State, I gotta pay them.
Right.
So when you retire, you know what I'm saying, and you getting, you know what we get. Right. But the Fed takes their money, but the state doesn't take theirs. So
the state don't tax us. Yeah.
No, the state. No, you got to pay taxes on your deferred comp.
You know I know, but I'm saying as far as your income, your pension, the state don't tax it. No,
the state doesn't tax the pension, but you have to pay New York State taxes on your deferred comp and all that other money, that the back money that they owe you, and the state doesn't take any of that money when you
whenever you take out, you got to take taxes.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. So you got to pay that. You know what I'm saying? So for all the sanitation workers out there that's getting ready to retire, make sure you set some money aside because New York State is coming for theirs. The Fed ain't coming too hard because the Fed gonna get theirs no matter. They're gonna get theirs regardless. But the state coming. The state coming.
So now if you move to another state, right, where there's no income tax, they still gonna tax them disbursements from that 457.
Yeah, New York State still gonna get theirs because while you was working, you lived in New York State. You know what I'm saying? So they're still gonna get theirs. And then further on down the line, because like you said, New York State doesn't tax our pension. You know what I'm saying? They're New York State, a lot of people don't know, but when you retire, New York State is just like Florida. They just like Nevada. They just like Texas. You know what I'm saying? They don't tax pension, but they're gonna get theirs from that tax money that you held back all them years. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It is what it is, man. Death and taxes. You're gonna always pay, nigga, no matter what. You're gonna pay them taxes.
Get T, I guess he's a sanitation worker. Salute. Me, I came on the job in 2001. I started in BK 14. Then I did 10 years in BK 18. Salute to everybody in BK 18. That's my family. BK 14 is my family as well, but I don't know as many dudes that's there anymore. Then I went to Manhattan 6. I was there for 9 years. Salute, that's my family. And then I did about 5-6 months in Staten Island too. Salute to any of them that's if they in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I started in 2000, BK8, 4 years, BK8, Crown Heights, and then Q1, Story of Queens, Q1. I'm still on the job, man, but I'm about to retire. I'm about to get my freedom papers.
Right.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It looks good. It looks good on everybody I see that's retired, man. They look like they having a ball, man. So I can't wait.
Listen, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All I do, I get up, I go to the gym, I take my daughter to her job, come home, you know what I'm saying? Do my little things around the house. Sometimes I go to the gym twice a day. You know?
Nice.
Word. It is what it is. A lot of people say they don't like this. They don't like the job. Salute to my man Dex that was in 18 with me.
They don't like the job.
No, not that they don't like the job. They don't like being retired.
Really?
Yeah. Salute to my man Dex. He probably in the chat. He said
what they don't like about it? What they don't like? What they missed? They missed the mint? Like what the fuck?
A lot of dudes say that they bored.
Oh, that's when you gotta start copping flights. You gotta start listen. If you bored, I can show you how not to be bored.
Listen.
Shit, you know how many trips I got planned? I got trips planned this year. So many trips, I can't even count, bro.
When I'm not traveling, you see that thing that's in the background behind me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
So I'm either traveling or I'm on that motorcycle.
That's right. I can't wait to get me another horse. I can't wait. But definitely traveling is definitely it, bro. If you bored, man, all right, man, you better get that passport, motherfucker. You bored?
Get that passport.
Get
out here in the air. So listen, this is one of my trolls right here, Khalil Backyard Light. But salute to him. He comes on the panel. He's also a civil servant. He worked for the post office. So salute to him. But he said, "God damn, talk Kenya. We don't care about trash." So he want to hear about. Go ahead.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk about it, man. First of all, it's a long ass flight. It's all the way on the east coast of Africa. So, you know, for all y'all that been to the west coast of Africa, you going across the whole goddamn continent to get to the east. So it's 14, 15, but it's a long flight, but it's worth it, man. It's well worth it, man. The people, man, they friendly, man. They love us. I don't know why they be saying Africans don't love us, man. They love us, man. They love us, man. They want us to come home, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I got from it. Yeah, they love us, man. They love us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they real friendly, man. And yo, the nightlife is cool, man. You know, I was surprised, man. They're a party town. They definitely party, man. They party all night long into the morning, man. The sun be out when you finish partying, boy. The motherfuckers, they party.
I believe it.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's definitely a vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? The food was good. You know what I mean? You know, African food. You know what I'm saying? Fufu and all that shit. You know, it was good. It's good. I was really it was fresh. It was organic. The food was organic. You know what I'm saying? So It was definitely. I mean, they got fast food and all that shit too, but it was definitely a good look, man. I had a great time, man. And we did a safari and all that, of course. You know what I'm saying? Seen the lions and all that shit. You know, that was cool.
So let's talk about the food. What's some of the restaurants that everybody need to know about?
Well, actually, man, most of my eating was going on in the club. You know, like when we was in the spots, in the night spots. You know, that's where we was eating most of the food. I did go to a spot called Mama Ashanti. That shit was good, man. The restaurant, but they ain't do too much fine dining, like as far as restaurants. We did most of our eating like in the club, in the spots, in the after hour spots we was in. You know, the night spots. You know what I mean? We hit up this spot called Milan. Then we was in this other spot called Ibiza. You know what I mean? And then we hit up this other spot called what was the name of Gemini. You know what I mean? Like That's where we did most of our eating, actually. Oh, and the hotel I stayed in the Radisson Blue. That shit was crazy, man. It was a nice hotel, man. It was right next to the president's house where the president lived and shit.
Really?
That shit was cool. But I ain't never been in no hotel with no security like this, man. These niggas had metal detectors. You had to go through metal detectors. The bags, everything had to go through metal detectors. Crazy. But come to find out, we was right next to the president's house. That's why the shit was crazy like that.
Okay.
But
okay.
next time I would definitely do an Airbnb, just to get more of the feel of the actual, because that hotel we stayed in, it was definitely 5-star all the way, Radisson Blue. But next time I think I would do an Airbnb. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know where these dudes want to go. Watch the numbers. The numbers getting ready to go up. Watch. You know where these dudes want to go. You see that question down there, right?
Nah, I don't see nothing.
He said, "Do you have an African wife now?" So all these dudes, they want to know about the women. What's up with the women?
All right, so here's the deal, man. You know what I mean? The women, crazy, friendly, crazy. You know how it go when you go out of town, these places, man. You know what I'm saying? But due to poverty and all that shit, you already know what's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of surprised because when I went to Senegal, I don't know if you're familiar with Dakar, Senegal. That's West Africa. So it wasn't none of that going on. Like how you go to Colombia and DR and all that. It wasn't nothing like that. You know what I mean? Right. It was cool. They had nightlife and all that, but it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a mostly Muslim country. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that going down. But in Nairobi, it was going down. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we didn't have to leave the hotel. They was coming to hang out in the hotel we was at. Because, where I stayed at is like it's an upstairs spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of rich dudes, a lot of businessmen, stuff like that. Yo,
right.
They was in the spot, yo, chilling. You ain't even, I didn't even have to leave the spot. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, they was right there. You know what I mean? Right. And when you go to the night spots, it was kind of like the same thing. They in there doing their thing, but it was what is going down. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was what it was.
If you got it, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of shocking and surprising, but at the same time, it shouldn't really be that surprising because, most places you go like this, it's just what it is. It's an economic thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's definitely a lot of love out there, man. The women, it's mostly us, mostly black women. You know what I mean? They ain't no Spanish women and none of that, no white. It's all black women. That's another thing about it, man. Like you don't feel like a minority no more. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you home. This is us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a good look, man. And I ain't see too many BBLs. I ain't see too many of that. It's all natural shit. Yeah. I ain't see. Yeah, all natural, man. All natural, man. And all different flavors too. All different flavors, man. Not just, typical what you would think you would see in Africa. Nah, man. It's all different variety. That's another thing that's surprising is the variety of the different kinds of women that you see, because people tend to think that African women just look one way, and it's just not the case, man. Like Africa has the most diverse population of people, like as far as different skin tones and all that, than anywhere else in the world, bro. That's a very surprising thing. I didn't know that, but it's a fact.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have an African wife, but if you want an African wife, it's very easy to go out there and find that, because that's what it is. And actually, polygamy is legal out there. You know what I'm saying? Having more than one wife, that's like a normal thing out there. You know what I'm saying?
If you're Muslim.
Yeah, no, not even if you're allowed to have. In general, the country they accept that. They accept polygamy as a legal thing to do. Like it's legal to have more than one wife. It is what it is, bro. It's just a whole different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because definitely, in Islam, it says you can have as many wives as you can afford.
That's right. That's right. And in most of those countries, that's how the law is set up. As long as you marry her and you can take care of her, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not hard to do out there because, like I said, it's a whole different ball game when it comes. I think the money was like 100 to 1 or some shit. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
What's their money called?
Shillings. The Senegal shilling.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Like your dollar go a long way out there, man. A long way.
Okay. So listen, I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop this link. This link is for Khalil Backyard Life. Khalil, don't come up here drunk, because he said he been to Kenya 4 times. So we're gonna
okay.
drop this link. We're gonna drop this link for him.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
So he been there. He know what I'm saying, man. They love us out there, man. They love us out there. And guess what, fellas? You ain't gotta spend no bread for it neither. I mean, that's an option if you want, but I'm telling you, man, they love us out there, man. Because we was in the mall, man. Them women love us out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They could see you ain't from there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they love us out there, man. They love us out there, man. Trust me, it's love.
Okay. So Mr. D, that's also for you. Know what I'm saying? So Khalil, you can come up on the live. Don't come up here drunk though, Khalil, and don't be dropping no N-word either. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to keep this clean. We're trying to get you monetized. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. That's right.
Word.
Yeah, man. But I'm looking forward to going back, man. And actually, for Christmas, I'm looking forward to going to Ghana. They say Ghana is where it's at to bring in the new year.
Ghana is where it's at during the new year.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So I definitely trying to do that. And also before that, I want to make sure I get this DNA test done. So for all you brothers, get your DNA test and find out which country is actually home for you. I don't know yet which country. A lot of the women that I met, they said that I look like I'm from West Africa, either Ghana or Senegal, or one of those West African countries. I don't know how you could tell, but apparently you could tell just by looking at somebody what they look like as far as tribe and country and all that. So I don't know, man, but we all connected somehow, man. So I urge all y'all brothers to go out there and get y'all DNA test, man, and find out where y'all from, man. Because I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
I already know my great ancestor was a Moor from Spain.
Oh, from Spain? The Moors.
Yeah.
You did a DNA?
We traced it back. He came to America from Spain. And the Moors came from North Africa. And he came to America and married a Native American woman. That was his wife. And that's how it started. And
well, I still urge you. I urge you to do a DNA test and find out exactly, because the technology is crazy now, brother. A DNA test tell you a lot, man, about your history, man.
Yeah, but that was in New Orleans, and then he migrated to Florida, and that's where we got our start at.
Okay.
Word, Mr. D, salute. What's good with you?
Salute, P-Funk, what's good?
Salute, bro. Salute.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, I got my DNA done, and the top is Cameroonian.
Wow. Salute to you, brother. I can't wait to do mine, man. What other countries you had?
The top one was Cameroonian. Number 2 was Nigeria. Number 3 was what is it? Ivory Coast. And number 4 was Northern Europe. So you already know about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know we got a little bit of that in us. But definitely you West Africa all the way. I think I'm gonna be probably the same thing. They say most African Americans gonna be from the West Coast of Africa.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
So
Mr. D was on the job too. Mr. D, tell him the garages.
Yeah, I was. Oh, you want me to tell you all the garages? Goddamn. Started in M9.
Okay.
Then went to BK3.
Okay. Oh man, Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Salute to Meatloaf if you're watching.
Salute to Meatloaf. And then from BK3 I went to Q13.
Okay.
And then from Q13 to BK18.
JD's 13?
Yeah, I was in JD's 13.
All right.
Yeah. Then I went to BK18. And
Okay.
then right before I left, I went to Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's
I
up. That's
retired
what's
from
up.
Hamilton.
How many years you did?
I did 16. I got put off.
Oh, you did 3/4, or you got 3/4, or you got put off? Put off.
Now I got put off a third.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, brother.
Now it's all let me tell you something. It's all good because the first run for trying to get off, I was going for the 3/4, but what happened was I spoke to Todd Stryer. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Todd Stryer.
Yes, sir.
I spoke with him. Yeah, I spoke with him and 2 other lawyers, and they basically broke it down to me. They broke down because I had a heart issue, so they broke down the heart bill to me, and they told me as long as everything is on the left side, you're not gonna get it. It's got to be on the right side. So we ran through all the rules of the heart bill and everything, and then I was looking into Social Security. So I was like, yo, like, what could I really, do? So I went through their whole rule book, and we kind of found a loophole. But anyway, Sanitation was already like, nah, we're not letting you go back to work. That's it. It's over. So I had to learn to accept it because I'm like, yo, it's not on my own terms.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ended up sitting down thinking about it, and I said, wait a minute. So I get the fresh new start after 16, and I might be doing better than if I would have did the whole 20. I'm out of here. Game over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you get disability though. You get disability, Social Security disability.
Nah, right now my case is pending.
Okay, you gonna get that. You know what I mean? You definitely gonna get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I came off. What was my last day? My close of business was April 28th of 23 and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
that's my birthday, April 28th.
look at that. See? So
I'll be 55. I'll be 55, April 28th.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
man. I was telling Gaz because I was like, I was watching the Austin joint, and I was like, yo, Gaz, who this? From Sanitation. Go look at it. He was like, yo, that's my man Hicks, P-Funk, yo. I said, oh, shit. I said, yeah man.
That's crazy. It's a small world, man. It's a real small world, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to go there next month for the Born Day.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
how many of
y'all? No, it's just me. Somebody might link up with me while I'm out there. But
you going there by yourself?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I can't wait for nobody. Nah, but I got somebody that's gonna pull up the week of my birthday.
Okay.
And whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I've been chatting with a lot of people out there. I ain't get in touch with Bobby and Austin because they on that consultation shit and whatnot. So I spoke with one of the dudes. His name is Travel Connect. He basically all he really do is just do Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I spoke with him. He pretty much gave me the layout of everything I gotta do.
Where you staying at?
I'm staying right in the city center. I got an Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right there in the heart where everything is at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I spoke with him. I spoke with a little bit with my man Check in Effect. You know what I'm saying? He another YouTuber. So he gave me some info, and then I got I watch a lot of YouTube streamers that got like so much information. So I pretty much got my itinerary, everything I'm gonna do on a daily, all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So one of my peoples is supposed to be pulling up on me, cause I'll be there. I'm leaving on the 19th, and I get out there the 20th, the next day. So.
Oh, you staying there for how long?
I'll be there from the 20th to the 3rd. So it'll be like.
Oh, you're gonna be there like 10 days.
Nah, about 14. About 14, 15 days.
Bro, you got plenty of time to do it all, man. You definitely got plenty of time to do it all, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, you're gonna be partying, son.
I know. Yeah,
so
man.
do all your sightseeing shit during the week, early.
Yeah. Nah. I'm gonna knock that out. I'm gonna knock that out the first week. Cause my people's supposed to be pulling up on me the day before on the 26th.
Yeah.
So they're gonna run it out with me till the Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So they're supposed to pull up on me on the 26th, and then I forgot the spot we going to. But for my birthday, I don't know if you went to the spot, but there's a spot over there. I can't think of the name, but they play nothing but R&B, like 90s R&B and all that old school stuff. I can't think of. Wait, let me see something. Let me see if I
didn't go to no spot like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. Hopefully, I don't get cut off. I'm gonna tell you the spot right now.
Yeah.
Khalil, what's good with you?
I'm just sitting back and listening, getting knowledge from you guys. Maybe I should have worked sanitation when I got out of the military. I don't know.
Salute.
Salute to Khalil Backyard Life. Yeah. The name of the spot is called The Social.
Wow, we didn't get to that one.
Yeah, I got all the nightlife written down. I got all the restaurants. I got all the wildlife, everything written down that I'm going to do. I just gotta put it together by the days. But
see, we only had 6 days there, man. 6 days.
And most of it was traveling, right?
Huh?
A lot of that was traveling.
Well, yeah, going and coming. Yeah, the 14 hours going and the 14 hours coming back. Yeah, man. So.
But that was a straight out of JFK, right?
Yeah, direct out of JFK.
Yeah.
On Kenyan Pride.
Kenyan Airways. Yo, and another about that flight, man. Definitely try to get either an exit row, or if you could afford it, man, business class, because that coach tighter than a motherfucker's vice grip. That coach.
Yeah, either premium economy or a business class.
Yeah, man. We thankfully we were smart. Me and my brother, we got the exit row shit. We paid like, I think it was like $150 or $200 to get that exit row, but that shit was worth it, man, because that leg room, man, being able to stretch out, man, that shit make a big difference, bro. So I would recommend you definitely get that shit. And if you can afford the business, I didn't get the business this time, but I said definitely next time I'm getting business class, man, because that shit, man, that shit is torture, that goddamn flight. But they feed you like a motherfucker. They feed you 3 times on that plane, and the liquor is unlimited liquor, man, free liquor, man. So they definitely take care of you.
Yeah, because my people's is taking that flight out of JFK.
Yeah,
I'm leaving out of DC. So it's I think I'm taking I forget the airlines, but I gotta stop in Amsterdam on the way. But that's a short layover.
Okay.
You're probably taking Air France.
Yeah. But when I'm coming back, I got an 8-hour layover in Paris.
Nice.
So you already know.
Nice. That's nice.
I'm not even wasting no time. I'm leaving that airport, bang, hopping in the cab, and we gonna be at the cafe by the Eiffel Tower, just sipping away. Shoot.
I've been to Kenya 4 times. Where you staying at, D?
I'm staying down I got an Airbnb right down in the city center.
Okay, you staying in the CBD or the Westlands?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me see if I can get it. Hopefully, I don't get cut off. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you exactly where I'll be at.
Damn, 4 times, bro.
Yeah, I've been through the country though. I stayed on Diani Beach in Uganda. Mombasa, Nairobi, and I've been out to the villages because I know a couple of people out there.
Mombasa is the beach, right?
Yeah, but Uganda is the beach also, but it's a nice area where the white Germans and shit be at.
I'm gonna be in Kilimani.
Kilimani.
Yeah, right.
Yo, listen to me, brother. Is that permanent already?
Yeah. It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
See, I wish you would have told me. I'd have told you to stay at the Skynest Hotel in the Westlands because everything is right there. You got the supermarket across the street. You got the mall across the street. You got this fly ass dope called spot lounge called Art Cafes Bistro, where all the women gonna be at. It's right there. If you need anything, you hit me on the back channel, and I'll give you the spots to go to. But you can still go to Skynest.
You said Westlands?
Yeah, you stay there at the Skynest. You stay at the Skynest. That's a condominium. It probably costs like $1, or I think like between $80 to $125 a day. Depends how many rooms you get. But it got a dope ass restaurant on the first floor called Slate's.
But how is it though? Is it a nice spot? Is it a nice spot to stay in?
Banging ass on one of the floors. I think on the 9th floor it has all the amenities with a gym and all that stuff. I think on the 14th floor, I can't remember too tough, but it had the pool with a service bar, dope ass shit right there. It was nice.
Skynet.
Yeah, in the Westlands.
Yo, the dude Travel Connect, because he went there a couple of times. I think he stayed there the first time he was there. You know what I'm saying?
Or you got the Glee Hotel too. That's dope as hell. The Glee Hotel is sick.
What's the name of it?
Man.
Glee, Glee, Glee Hotel. That hotel is dope as hell. It's It's just as good as your Renaissance, but it might be a little better.
That spot we stayed in, that Radisson Blue was off the hook, but it was pricey, man. It was pricey as a motherfucker.
And the Glee only cost about $1.50, $1.25 a night.
Okay.
The last time I left Kenya last year, I stayed a total of 21 days, but I did 8 days on the beach on Diani Beach in Uganda, Kenya. And I also did the safari, and I seen the buffalo. I seen the water buffaloes run through the water and get ate by the alligators and all that shit. I stayed in the village for 3 days.
So you went on the safari early in the morning, like 5:30.
No, I went through the safari and I stayed out there for 3 or 4 days. I did the national park you did. I think it was like, what was it, 60 American dollars?
Yeah.
And then you had to pay the guy, which probably was another $100. The guy
it was $45. It was $45 a man.
It came up to like $1.25 altogether, I think.
Yeah, but you did the other safari where you spend the night.
Yeah, I stayed 3 days in the bush.
Wow, that's gangster. That's gangster.
And I also got a hookup. Was you in the CBD district, the business
district?
We
never went there. Nah.
Okay, I got a young dude that worked there named Max at the hotel. It's called the Savory Hotels. It's a nice hotel. He worked there, so he kind of hooked me up with everything. Like when I first went in there, all the fucking people was running to the damn crackers. He the only one that came to me.
Right.
So when he came to me, at the end of everything, I blessed them better than them devils blessed any of them. And now when I come back, they all running to me because I gave them majority of all my clothes, all my t-shirts, everything. Right. I gave them damn near everything. The only thing I took back was my sneakers and shoes. Yeah,
I didn't realize how really poor these motherfuckers are, man. But it's real, man. That shit is real.
Everywhere outside of the United States, damn near.
Yeah, that shit is real, bro. Like that shit is real.
But they good people, hard rock. What malls did you frequent? Because that's where all the action at is in the malls.
I forgot the name of the mall, but we was definitely in the malls is where it's at, bro.
Yeah. Was you at the mall that it had the what's that shit? The big ass round shit. What you call that shit again? It's round. They got the cart. I forget it goes round. You know what I'm talking about? That big
I forget the name of the mall, but we went to 2 different malls, and the fucking mall, man. the women, man. Oh my God, man. Them women is
Yeah.
beautiful out there, bro.
It's a good look. Did you go to any of the yeah, you should have been in the CBD district, man. It's so much
We didn't get
going
there.
on
We
out
didn't
there.
get there. We
How
didn't
about
get there.
you didn't go to the Arts Cafe?
Nah.
Oh man, that's the begging ass lounge for the OGs like me. Well, I ain't no OG, I'm a soldier. Oh, that's for the
Yo,
older
ain't nothing wrong.
gentlemen.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hold on. Ain't nothing wrong being an OG, bro.
No, I'm saying I never liked that term because that's like for street dudes. I'm not no street dude.
Nah. OG ain't no street dude term. They use it loosely. I know what you mean, but
yeah.
OG stands for? You know what OG stands for? Original gentleman.
Okay, you want to change this shit up. All right. We saw the movie Original Gangster in the 90s, but you could change it
Nah,
up.
but you know what, bro? I hear what you're saying. It started out with that. That's the meaning, the technical meaning of it. But people use it real loosely now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You ain't got to
You didn't go to the seafood restaurant that got the bridge in it and the koi fish and all that?
No.
How about 15 rooftop? The club that's overlooking the safari on the 15th floor with the dope ass cigar lounge. Make
Hell
you feel
no.
like you Jay-Z in that
Nigga,
bitch,
I was
man.
there sick. Nigga, I need to go back to you. Got me ready to go back, nigga.
I'm going back in July.
Nigga, I'm ready to go back, nigga. I missed a lot of shit.
Yo, after I get my backyard ready for spring and all that shit, I'm going back in July. I was working out here today, but you know we in New York. I'm upstate New York, so it's still kind of cold.
So you said it's called 15 what?
15 rooftop, man. You're on the 15th floor overlooking the safari. I'm overlooking giraffes and lions, man. Smoking a good African cigar. And I don't even smoke cigars unless I travel.
Fam, I can't wait to get back.
I'm not Gans, the cigar man or the fragrance man. What's the flavor for the day? Is it woody? The cologne for the day. Is it woody? Is it woody flavor or what? A woody smelling cologne? What is it? Because that's the only thing damn word he know. Is it woody?
Polo black?
That's pineapple and wood. That's pineapple.
See, I told you. Like woody. Everything is woody.
This is pineapple. This is pineapple, wood, and Vevita.
Okay, that sounds good.
Polo 67. This is the next best pineapple scent after Creed Aventus.
Brother, what's your name again, brother?
Me, I'm P-Funk, man. Hicks. I'm Hicks. I'm from Q1.
Wait, you from New York City too?
Yeah. I work for Sanitation as well. Yeah.
Okay, how long did you stay out in Kenya, in Nairobi?
I was only there 6 days, bro.
Oh
6
man,
days.
you bugging. It's 2 days of travel. Then you're gonna need a day to get situated with they time zone.
I don't know why these dudes. I don't know why these dudes want to go all the way to East Africa and stay for 6 days, but that's what it was, man. I think
y'all had to hit the ground running.
It's like 4 a.m. in the morning right now over there.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely doing at least 20 days when I go back. 20 days.
Last time I went, I did 21 days, but every time I go, I do 12 and better. I always leave myself 2 days to travel, and that's it. And I fight through the sleep and all that.
Yeah.
You went to Club Gemini, did you?
Yeah, we went to Gemini.
Gemini's nice.
We went to Gemini. We went to Milan, and we went to
How about the restaurant Mercado's right next to Milan?
Ibiza. We went to Ibiza. Nah, I didn't get to that restaurant. I seen the restaurant, but I ain't get there.
Yeah, that's the whole where Milan at. That's the Westlands area.
Yeah.
Everything you need is right walking distance. A supermarket.
So you should stay right there.
Stay in the Westlands. As I'm telling you, stay in the Westlands. If you are a New Yorker, we like walking and stuff. So when you get out in the morning, you can walk downstairs to the restaurant. You got the coffee shop, but you know they big on tea, so it's coffee/tea. Then you got the little small store in the Skynest Hotel. All this is in the hotel, right on the first floor. And you already know how the security is crazy, the AK-47s and all that.
Yeah.
You know, so you ain't gotta work, and you can just bring your guests in. It's no problem.
Right. Well, they let us bring the guests in the hotel, but my hotel, man, that shit was crazy. The security, I ain't never seen no security like that in no hotel.
You're right next to the president's spot.
Yo, crazy, bro.
Yeah, I didn't stay there. If you're gonna stay at another hotel, brother, stay at the Glee.
Yeah.
Or stay at the Savant.
Yeah, for sure. It
Yeah.
definitely Westland. When we went to Westland, I said to my brother, I said, yo, this is where it's at, Westlands. We definitely needed to be down there. But we wasn't too far from the Westland, but you know what I mean?
No, but us being New Yorkers, we like everything right there. When we get up in the morning, I can go downstairs and get me a tea, go inside that store, go across the street to the grocery store. Everything is right there.
Right.
Because in the Skynest, the room, it's nice, man. You're going to love it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm going back there July.
You found your African wife yet?
No, I go with my lady, man. I'm not Gans, man. I'm not no lonely old man that's in America waiting to go overseas.
Yo, salute to Ty. That's my man. Ty's my man from BK18. He said, how strong is our money out there, and how do the women treat us?
Okay.
Oh, it was like 100 to 1, man. The dollars.
The money is called shillings.
Yeah,
right
shillings.
now, 1,000 shillings is worth $7 to $8 in American, but it's like I done got full course meals for $20, $25, and I done got full course meals with 2 or 3 drinks, $30 or $40. That would have cost me $100.
Gans, our money is long out there, bro. Long, bro. I took out 40. When I first got there, I took out 40,000 shillings out the ATM, son. 40,000 shillings, son. I was walking around with in my pocket, son. And the shit was like $336 came out of my fucking.
You had a brick like this.
$336 came out my bank account, nigga. I had 40 racks in my pocket, nigga.
When you went to the ATM,
that's kind of like Colombia.
I was tipping niggas. I was tipping motherfuckers. I was tipping motherfuckers $1,000 bills, $1,000 bills. Till somebody told me, one of the chicks told me, she was like, "Yo, stop giving these motherfuckers $1,000 shillings. That's a lot." So I started giving out the $200 shillings. I started giving out. I broke down the 1,000. I started giving out $200 bills. Son, it was crazy, son. It was crazy, son. The money's crazy. Our money go long out there, son.
Yeah, you can live like a king out there.
Our money go long out there.
That's kind of like Colombia. Colombia, you walking around with millions in your pocket. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you plan on going back out there, brother?
Man, I'm going back in November. My man want to go back in November.
In November, plan a trip ride and take business class on the train. And you're going to go through the whole, do a train ride from Nairobi to Mombasa.
Yes, to the beach. You talking about to the beach?
Yeah, it's a train. They just got the business
this white couple told us about that at the airport.
Yeah.
And they said you do first. The black dude on the plane told me you want to do the first class because it's cheap.
Yeah. It's only like $80 our money, 80 to 100.
But you know, there's a plane, right? There's a plane that goes through.
I took the plane to Uganda. Yeah, it's the propeller planes.
Yeah. But you saying the train ride is a vibe, it's an experience.
No, I didn't do the plane ride yet, but I seen. But it wasn't there like that. How it is now. It was a regular train ride when I was there, but they just upped it up to first class where it's fly as hell. So I said I'm gonna do it because I just started taking pictures. I just got my camera, so I'm into photography now. So I said I want to do the train ride so I can get all those dope pictures because they cutting through the safari. They cutting through the bush. So you're gonna see all types of animals, all types of dope scenery.
Yeah.
And it's everything. You chilling, you laid back chilling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that when I come back, when I go back there in July.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm about to retire June 1st. May 31st is my last day. My close we call it close of business, COB. That's my last day.
November is kind of like their winter.
Yeah.
Like September is their summer, but it's still not cold.
Nah.
It's gonna be cold to them, but not a cold to us.
Yo, and that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. They was walking around with coats on out there.
What month you was there?
I just came back. I was there April 2nd to the April 3rd to the 8th.
That's like they fall. fall, spring.
Son, they had on coats out that motherfucker, son.
July and August and September is kind of like
And I'm
this.
like, why the fuck they got on coats? But the
Yeah.
girl was explaining to me that for them it's cold out there.
Yeah, because that's like you gotta look at the thing to see which they fall, spring, summer, fall on. But I know.
But I was hot, son.
Like
I'm always hot.
August and
So I was hot.
September is their summertime.
So,
Yeah.
July, August, and September is their summertime.
So
you was there around their spring, fall.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So their coldest part of the year. What's the temperature?
Like 60, 70.
Wow.
But them motherfuckers be cold though.
Gans. You and me gonna be hot. I was hot.
Yeah.
I didn't bring no long pants. I didn't bring no sweaters. I ain't bring shit, and nigga, I was good.
Yeah,
I was sweating most of the time. But them motherfuckers is cold because they used to being hot. So when it gets like 60, they cold.
Yeah.
Right.
You looking
It's
at me
crazy,
like, yo,
son.
what's wrong with
Yo,
you, man?
They was walking around with coats on. I couldn't believe it, bro. Long pants, sweaters. I'm like, what the fuck? Why these motherfuckers got on sweaters?
Wow.
Looking at you like, yo, what's this guy? He got on shorts and that. He
got on shorts and a t-shirt and he's sweating.
But what was the temperature when you was out there?
I'm telling you, it was 60s, 70s.
Right.
See, I did their summer. The last time I was out there, I did their summer, which was around.
Now, how hot does it get?
They summer is hot, like a buck.
They get like 90s.
A buck and change. It depends what part of Kenya you
in.
Yeah.
Now, is it a dry heat or is that a humid heat?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because they go through their dry spells when they don't get no rain. But the last couple of years, they've been getting a lot of rain.
It rained most of the time I was there.
Because you was there in the rainy season. That's another thing you got to look at. Anything time you go into Africa, anywhere, you got to make sure it's not the fucking rainy season.
Nah, but it was cool because it was like Florida rain. It was rain, but then the sun come out. You know what I mean? So it was cool, man. It wasn't a big deal.
The year before that, you lucky. It was flooding the streets and all that bull. The year before that was real rain. And you know they got that red clay down there. It's not too many streets tarred.
Right.
Did you hit any other local spots? Yo, they got some good ass chicken out there, man. At the small little restaurants.
The food was good. The food was good. I didn't hit no restaurants.
Did you get that? Did you? I know in the hotel you had. I know they had that lamb broken up.
Yeah.
Yo,
a lot of the spots had the lamb. Even in the nice spots, they had the lamb. That lamb and them ribs, that shit was good.
Yeah,
they food, what I noticed, is organic. It's fresh.
No, it's no GMOs in the food. That's why when I stayed out there for 21 days, my stomach started disrepair.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna give you a drink to drink after you party. It's called the dao. That's what you want. It means medicine in Swahili. It's ginger, turmeric, lemon juice, and spring water. That'll get you back up the next day like it ain't nothing. That's what you want. You want to eat hot, a hot dao. It's called a dao, a dawa. It means in Swahili, it means medicine. I used to drink that every morning. You can have it on the ice, but I drunk mine hot.
So it's like
you
a
can
tea.
have it on the ice. Yeah, it's
like
a tea, but you can have but it's natural. That drink, if you getting hangovers or if you feeling tired, that shit get you like that. Get the meat hard quick too. You ain't need no what's that shit you use, Gans? Viagra or the other shit you use?
I don't use none of that.
You don't need none of that. You don't need that. You drink that dial, you ready to go, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I don't use none of that. I use Bladerac and
I don't know what none of that is. But I know that drink.
I take them Dr. Sebi herbs.
Because it's no GMOs in the meats, no GMOs in the vegetables. That's why you see they cows and they see one thing I love about Kenya. Everything is from farm to table.
Yes.
Like us, it's from farm to processing.
Forget about it, man.
To fucking us. And then that shit is a million years old.
These motherfuckers These motherfuckers is manufacturing meat right now. They making meat in a laboratory right now.
Yeah, they from farm to table.
You know they got a law. They got a law in New York City that if you raising chickens, you can't kill them.
Really?
Yeah, he blacked out. I don't think you could even have chickens in the city. And you know them turkeys that be walking around, especially on Staten Island, you can't do nothing to them neither. They protected.
Shit, I got turkeys working up here. I was about to kill one of the motherfuckers and skin it.
That's what I'm saying. You snap that turkey neck and skin it, feather it, and that's fresh meat. But they make it a law you can't touch them.
Why is that?
Because we know why. They don't.
They want you to go. They want you to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But listen, brother, if you need any information, I hook you up, and I also hook you up with my man Max. He works at a hotel out there, so you already know how hard it is to get a job there. So he's not gonna fuck you over or try to give you the Mazugu prices.
Wait a minute. Your man moved out there and worked out there?
No. He's from Africa.
Oh, okay.
I call him Max because I can't pronounce his fucking name. So I call him Max. And he lives out, he works at the hotel. I told you when I first came to the hotel, the Savory that's in the CBD district, he was the only one that gravitated to me. All the rest of them Kenyan motherfuckers, they went to the white folks. Because I came in there with the polo t-shirt on. You know how we dress.
Yeah.
The Air Max is on and that's it. He came straight to me.
Right.
So once he gravitated me, we got a connection over the last 5 years. So he's good peoples, you know. And one thing I know, if you're gonna deal with somebody anywhere, make sure they got something to lose.
Where else you been?
I know in Kenya, if he lost his job, it'd be another 5 years to find another good job like that. So he ain't gonna fuck me over.
Right. What other countries you been at in Africa?
I've been to Ethiopia, I've been to Uganda, I've been to Tanzania, I've been to Ghana, but don't go to Ghana. They scamming out there heavy. Ghana.
What you mean?
Ghana only want our money. All that land of return, call of return bullshit. All they want is our money. They USD us for everything, man. I don't even want to talk about Ghana. Ghana is a scam spot, man.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm going there. I'm supposed to be going there for Christmas.
You're going to see. Oh, you're going at the worst time. You're going to get the extra Mazugu prices. Mazugu mean foreigner. They're going to treat your ass just like your foreigner. They don't give a fuck. When you go to the point of no return, they're going to charge you. I asked the nigga, I said, how the fuck you charging me to come through here to see where you sold me at? Get the fuck up out of here. Because you know a lot of them sold us. So I said,
well,
how you charging
I've been to the door no return in Senegal. So when I go to Ghana, I don't need to see that. I see that already.
But I'm just saying, overall, Ghana, it's a lot of overcharging, power cutting off all the time. You think the FDR bad at 5 p.m.? Oh shit! Wait till you get to Ghana traffic. Oh my God! And the way they scam you on the Uber and the other shit they got. I don't even want to talk about Ghana. I had great times in Kenya, Tanzania, Zanzibar, Ethiopia. None of that bullshit that's going on in the West. None of that.
You been to Nigeria?
No, they wanted my banking information. You think I'm gonna get them cocksuckers my banking for me to get the visa? They wanted my banking information.
Well, let's talk about that because Brazil just implemented that.
That's so all them bum ass niggas like Future and Razor Rays, they can't go there.
That's a good thing.
They can't go there. Yeah,
they can't go where?
Brazil.
They ain't got no $2,000 in their account. You be co-signing Razor Rays too. You know he's bum traveling. And Future, that's your buddy. You didn't send them about $500. You think I don't know?
I ain't sending them dudes no. You must be out your rabbit ass.
I heard you didn't send Future a lot of bread. That's why you always on the panel.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. I sent Future a little bit of bread.
Yeah, I already know you did. That's the word on the streets.
Yeah, I sent Future a little bit of money, but Razor Ray's got nothing more than a super chat for me.
And Razor Rays, you don't even tell the truth about how he's traveling. Come on, man. You want to be on the panel. Come on. This guy's staying at $25 hotels. Ain't no way I'm leaving Brooklyn to stay in a
No,
$25
I don't
hotel.
understand that. We can get into that. Listen, we different over here.
5-star all the way for me, baby.
We
I
not
can't do it.
passport
I
bros.
already know where you were staying at in Africa. You ain't got to talk.
5-star all the way for me, baby. I don't do nothing less than 5-star. Cause you know what? I'm not being cheap with myself.
Exactly.
No, we ain't gonna undercut ourselves after all this
I
hard
love
work we
myself
doing.
too much for that shit. Why would I be cheap with
Yo.
myself?
Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me talk my shit. Let me stand on my soapbox. And all of them gonna come at me for this. Listen, we not passport bros. You know what I'm saying? We exclusive world travelers. Passport bros is broke. We ain't no broke niggas over here. Y'all heard me when I said it, belly full, balls empty. We ain't no broke niggas over here. We not passport bros. So y'all can get that shit up out of here.
So passport bros is broke. I didn't know that.
They budget
Most of them.
traveling.
Most of them.
90% of them are.
Wow.
It's either
That's a
fundraisers
you know that's
or
a new
low-key
that's a
begging.
new development for me. I didn't know that, bro.
Know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
considering myself a passport bro. I guess
Most of them,
I'm not.
they over here, they like Khalil said, they staying in $25 a night hotels. They online begging for money to travel, begging for once they get to the country, they over there begging for more money to live. And look, let me tell you something. And they talk about dudes, oh, you tricking, you going over there, spending money on these women, you a trick. But you just sent the dude money to go travel to trick on women. So who's weirder?
These dudes got a crazy fetish to pay for another man to bang out.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
get poontang.
That
They got
is
a
the
crazy
weirdest
fetish.
shit I ever heard of in my life.
That's a sick
you gonna
fetish.
give another nigga money to go overseas and bang a chick. You a straight weirdo. And y'all can tell
So wait a minute. They giving dudes money. Why is they giving dudes? What's the justification for giving somebody else money to go travel? I don't get it.
The raise funds to travel.
For their entertainment, so they can get a laugh to see these dudes crash out.
They hoping they crash out, but so far they haven't.
This is an actual thing that's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm way out the loop.
Gaze is a part of it. He didn't send one dude $500. I don't know why he's fronting.
I told you, that's why in the beginning of the stream, I told you that this travel space is a sunken place. Now I'm in it. I got into it.
Stop acting like you ain't.
To learn, to get some information about different countries where to travel. But when I didn't know all of this shit was going on. And then it was entertainment for me. And now I got stuck in here. I'm trying to climb my way to
future of $500.
What?
Got gains at $500 to NYC.
Khalil, knock it off. I'll
tell you what the YouTube streets say. I'm not on the streets. I just eavesdrop once in a while. They got you at $500 to NYC the future. You ain't sending no money to that dude?
No. I gave him some money for coming up on
How much money you gave him? Let's talk the number. Come on.
150. I can show it to you on. I can show it to you on the super chat.
You ain't gotta show me anything. I knew you. They said it was 500.
I can show it to you on the cash.
You gave him 150 to go and bang out some chicks.
No, I gave him 150 because he came up on the stream. So I broke him off for the interview.
Damn, son, you ain't give me nothing, man. I feel fucked up right now.
I didn't give it to you yet. I didn't give it to you yet.
You ain't gotta give it to me, man.
Yo, fam, he ain't give me a dime. I came up here with my own reconnaissance. He ain't give me a dime.
Future came up on. Listen, Future came up on the strip, and I gave him the money on the strip. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Gaines,
after we did the live,
Gaines got access to their panel. That's why he paid him. He was on their panel the other night.
Nah, Khalil. Future came up on the panel.
You was on his panel the other day, though. Let's be honest.
On, listen, let me speak. He came up on my panel. Me and Mr. D interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? He stayed up for about an hour or whatever. And so after it was over, when he did his live, I sent him a cash app. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, thanks for blessing me with the panel. And that's what it was. But other than that, I ain't send him a dime.
Well, you know what? I'm going to send you my cash app, fam.
I got you. It's not a problem.
Yo, let me ask you one thing. Gans, let me ask you one thing, brother. I'll be trying to give your boy a chance, man, to listen to him. But could you please tell him to flip flop, to stop with the fake gangster stuff. I'm from South Side. We did this. I'm outside. We all older gentlemen. That stuff had to stop.
You know who we talking about?
Fam, I don't even listen. Before you tell me who we talking about, because I want to know. But before that, let me just chime in on this, man. Thank you, brother, for saying this, because I'm so sick of this shit. I see this shit everywhere I go. These nice spots, the lounges, even just walking down the street, bro. If you over 50 years old, man, stop with the gangster shit, man. We are not gangsters anymore, man.
Oh.
For all y'all ex-gangsters out there, man, stop it, man. The shit is childish, man. It's stupid, man. I'm not trying to go to the goddamn bookings or fucking, I ain't got a bed in me, son. I'm old, man. We about to die soon, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, man?
We got less years ahead of us.
Knock it off, man. We senior citizens, man. Knock it the fuck off. That shit is corny, man. The dirty looks. They giving you the dirty looks in the spot. Nigga, stop looking at me like that. I came here to meet nice women, man.
But yo.
And hold on, Gabe. Let me say this. And the thing is,
dudes in this travel space will test you.
His boy had a chance to show that he was gangster. He was talking all that Supreme Team crap.
Oh my God.
He had a chance. Some goddamn 2 Dominicans walked in his spot and played them, and he ain't do nothing. So he had the chance to prove all that outside talk.
Listen. All you gotta do is look at current events, bro. Your man Big U and another clown he be fucking with. Them niggas just told on themselves on the internet, and you see where that shit got them. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with these niggas, man. I don't understand what's wrong with them, man. Listen.
You know who he talking about?
No.
Greg from the Wing Spot in Sasua, from South Side. You know the flip-flop Wing Spot in Sasua?
I didn't know it was an American nigga out there.
I thought you knew about
it. It's his boy. He co-signed everything he say.
Nah, I don't know nothing about it.
Everything he say when he talked that gangster crap.
How long you been to Sasua? Because I've been to Sasua several times.
Shit,
he been there. He been there over 10 years. The Wing Spot been there 10 years. It's close to the beach.
Good food.
It's close to the beach. When you walk past, they say, "Welcome to Flip Flop."
Yellow steps.
Yeah. That's
it was funny, brother.
He the owner. He from South Side.
Two Dominican dudes walked in there and pressed him while he was on live.
Is you talking about Greg? You're not talking about Greg X?
No.
Dark skin dude. Oh, okay.
Nah, he light skinned, bald head.
Greg, I don't know.
And see, me and him, my first time to Sasua, I went with him. I'm cool with him. I'm cool with all his people. But Khalil here don't like him. Khalil be on his page.
I don't like him. I don't know.
He's not saying he don't like him. That's not what I heard. What I hear, what he's saying is,
crap, man. I don't like
stop with the gangster shit. I have to agree with that, man, because I see it all the time, man. Dudes is our age acting like they thugs and they goons.
Telling me what you used to do. It's just like I could bring up what I did in Iraq. I'm not going to talk about that.
I agree, crazy. Brother. I agree with you 100%, brother.
You know what the funny part about it? He kept talking about it every day, and two Dominican dudes walked in his spot and pressed him, and he did nothing. He had a chance to prove all that Southside stuff. One of the dudes was like 60 years old, and the other dude looked like a Dominican crackhead. But he copped the plea and did nothing. And I tried to listen to him the other day because he do got good information. And I'm like, he still don't learn his lesson. And Gaze is his man. Why Gaze? They telling yo, ease up on the Queen stuff. We don't need to talk about that. You wasn't part of the Supreme Team. You ain't get indicted, nigga. So stop the cap.
Yo,
I mean, honestly, if he was down with them, he probably snitched. Who knows?
Nah, he ain't do none of that. He ain't do flip.
He flipped a little.
He a little too young. He too young for Supreme Team.
Part
you know what I'm saying? He in his mid to late 40s.
He's in the aftermath.
Right.
Yeah, he's a little kid that was looking up on the street with the story.
But listen, flip my man. You know what I'm saying? He a grown ass man. He do what he do. Know what I'm saying? But I say this: anybody got a problem with him? Y'all know where he at.
Man, you think I'm gonna travel
every
3,000
Sunday
miles
he's
to go
sitting
and
right
fight
there.
somebody?
He's sitting right
That's
there at
crazy. That's
Right.
what I'm talking about. That dumb stuff.
Well,
Right?
I'm gonna say this,
travel
Gaz.
3,000 miles to go and do that.
I'm gonna say this, Gaz. I don't know homeboy, but he seemed like he cool or whatever. But my thing is, I just wish all of us could understand that we not young men no more. We not trying to be street niggas and thugs and all that shit. That shit is kind of corny.
It's corny as hell.
That shit is. I don't agree with that shit. But I don't know Duke, so I can't speak on him personally. But
yes,
I agree with his point that at our age, especially at our age, if you're in your 20s and your 30s and you still want to be a thug, that's cool. But at our age, Gaz, come on, how old are you, Gaz?
I'm 54.
54. I'm 54. I'll be 55 in a couple of days. I'll be 55 in a couple of days, bro. We damn near about to be collecting Social Security out this bitch. What we look like thugging and all that shit. That shit is corny. That shit is corny.
Apartment R said Gans don't want any problems with Gregory. You right. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, that's why you was copping pleas for.
He's a friend of mine.
He said that's his man.
Hold on. I'm friends with his family. His family invites me out to their annual barbecue every year, they 4th of July barbecue. So me and him are friends outside of YouTube, outside of this travel shit. So yes, I'm not gonna let dudes in the chat, YouTube, or none of that cause any beef between me and Flip as friends.
That's right. That's right. I respect that too, man, because that's real, man. Like,
let me ask you a question again.
At the end of the day, we don't even need to be in here talking down on nobody. It's just, I think what he's saying is, as far as generally speaking, people just in general,
that crap. Leave it alone. Leave it in the past. Hey, Gaz, let me ask you a question, brother.
Go ahead.
Are you a part of that cocaine triangle in Sasua?
Who?
That cocaine triangle in Sasua.
I don't know what that is. I ain't never touched cocaine a day in my life.
I'm just asking. There's a lot of shit going on. Y'all got down there.
I didn't snort it. I didn't sell it. I didn't do none of that.
How many kids you left in Sasua?
How
many kids you left in Sasua?
I don't got none.
I'm just going on the stories. How many kids you left in Sasua? We already know with pay for play chicks. How many kids you left out there? We already know how your boys get down. They got blown up.
None. I don't participate in that.
Flop, they all got blown up out pay for play babies.
Well, you know that's Flip. That's Tailor Made Dreams. They got kids out there.
Wow.
Yo, it's a lot going to Sasua. Gaz don't want to let you know. He gonna act like they're balls.
Nah, I've been to Sasua, man. Yeah. I know what it is. I done seen my man out there. I done seen my man Gaz in Sasua, nigga. We done ran into each other, so
yeah. But it's a lot of stuff that was going on. And when I came into this travel space, made my mouth drop, and I'm like, yo, I'm mad that I even found out about this shit.
Yo, they ruined they ruined Sasua from Gans to TaylorMade to all them guys. They didn't ruin Sasua, man. It used to be.
I ain't been there in a few years. You say it's ruined now?
Yo, Gans ruined it. TaylorMade ruined it.
Yo, I coined the phrase "so sewer." It's a sewer. So anybody you hear that from, they got it from Big Gans. Know what I'm saying? It's a sewer. And I was there in October, but that's because my crew wanted to go. Because in the beginning of 2024, I said, yo, I wasn't going back.
Yeah, but I remember that.
I went back because my crew wanted to go. There was that particular villa that we had. I wanted to stay in that. The villa was fire. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to rent the villa. And so I went for that. But 2025, I'm not touching nowhere near.
No, it's funny. He talking that crap. Before that, he would say he ain't gonna never go back.
Khalil, listen
to his excuse.
I can't say never. I can't say never. You want to know why?
Why?
They're talking about opening back up Classico. So if they open up Classico, I might have to make an appearance for 1 or 2 days.
What's Classico?
You remember Classico, the bar, the club. Right there, when you walk down that side street, right across the street from Brick City Flames.
Yeah,
I think
biggest
Gaz
club
got a couple of kids down there.
It's called Classic.
That's what
Classic
it sounds
59.
like to me. He
they
want to go
closed
back
it. They
down there
closed
for
it.
Classic. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's been closed for a couple years now. And so
What happened? Why they closed it?
Because the owner became the mayor. The owner is the mayor of Sasua, Dominican Willie. So now it's under new ownership. They tore down the old one, built it back up, remodeled it and everything, and it's getting ready to open again.
Yo, what's going on with Finger? Did he got moved off the spot?
I honestly don't know nothing about that dude. My man Ty will have to come up and speak about him because I don't know him.
Oh, you never met Finger?
Nah, never.
Oh, wow.
My man Ty will I think Ty fucks with him. So Ty, if you're still in the chat, you would have to come up and speak about him. I don't know anything about him.
Okay, I hope he's doing all right. Cause I heard that I heard they closed his spot. I'm not too sure though.
I don't know. Yeah, because they getting ready to do a whole lot of renovation on that beach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the big brand hotels, they getting ready to come there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sasua, Puerto Plata, all that is dope spots, man. We just gotta keep the nigga shit out of it. That's it. If we just could keep that out of it, it'd be good. Like all the gangster talk and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, you in paradise. This water, we could see to the bottom of the ocean. Why are you talking that crazy stuff? We got Coney Island.
No, sometimes dudes get caught up in their past because it's glamorized. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times in our culture, we glamorize this shit, and you know they you know that's part of who they are. So they wanna talk about it. You know what I mean?
But you want to talk about it, then when people walk into your spot, let's see you live it. Because you was on live. The Gans know what I'm talking about. When them two dusty Dominicans walked in there and played them. You know what I'm talking. He could have lived that South Side right there. He could have lived all that South Side Supreme team talk right then and there. But he copped the plea, yelling at his security. Why you ain't come to him? You from South Side. You were supposed to two-piece him. Come on.
P-Funk. Khalil comes up on a lot of dudes' panels, and they kick him out. I mean, not on the panel. He come up in the chat, and they kick him out. They ban him. I let him rock. Listen.
Because he know my peoples. He know Brandon Jackson. That's my best friend.
That's my man. He talking about Brandon Jackson.
Well, Khalil, he done told you that's his man you talking about, so you should probably ease up on that. That's his man.
No, I'm never gonna ease up because he know how I am. We from Brooklyn. I'm from New York City. Ain't nothing easing up about it. I ain't easing up on no damn flip-flop until he stop talking that crap and be a mature gentleman and just push the Dominican Republic. That's all he got to do. All that keep going back. I'm from the streets crap. I'd knock a dude out. What is for? You in paradise. You escaped the Matrix to have a business for 10 years. You should be celebrating that. Ain't no way I'll be talking about knocking somebody out.
That's a thing. That's something to celebrate. That's something to celebrate.
Yeah, he doing good. Well, that's crazy to me. That's what turned me off about him. And I told Gans to talk to the dude. Yo, tell him to stop doing that. And then that video popped up where he was on live when the dudes walked in. And I said, okay, let me see that Southside stuff he was talking about. One old man, about 60-something years old, and a skinny-looking Dominican crackhead. He could have two-pieced that dude and did the Southside Queens thing he talk about. But he copped the plea. So I don't want to hear that talk no more. Now, other dude, Big J from London, exposed him. You know, he going on cocaine, alcohol binges. That's what got him talking like that.
Well, Big J got other issues.
Here you go, defending Flip. Here you go. What issues he got?
I ain't defending Flip.
What issues he got?
Big J got to deal. Big J got other shit to deal with.
What, women issues? What, 90% of the people that been in Dominican Republic gonna have women issues?
Listen, he's another one. Big J is another one. Didn't he leave some kids out there too?
Now you opening up another kind of world. Did Flip give you that information?
I don't
To
know.
throw on him? Did
Listen,
Flip
I don't
give
know.
you that information? Because that's your people.
Listen, I don't know.
So you,
Listen, I'm trying to stay away from all of that drama. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's a lot of gossip in this travel space.
you didn't put it
I was
on the
thinking about
table.
opening up another channel called Gangsta Gossip, but I'm staying away from all that shit.
So now you're saying Big J then ran to Thailand like Taylor May because he left the kid out here too. That's what you saying.
Basically.
Oh shit! God damn, these dudes is no good, man.
It's something with some chick out there. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. But listen. This is where we at. I want to talk some retirement talk, man, because that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So listen, the link is in the chat. Any sanitation workers that's watching, hit that link. We're gonna talk some retirement. We're gonna talk what you need to know to get, get your numbers right, get your paperwork right. Hopefully, my man Joyner, if he's watching, hit that link and come up. You know what I'm saying? Khalil, you could talk about any, dudes that work for the post. I should have sent the link to my garage foreman that retired, Alexander, because Alexander, he was the 8 to 4 garage foreman at M6, and he worked 30 years at the main post office on 34th Street. So he could have talked a lot about that
So
shit.
Gans, I'm about to retire. So I need to know, man. You've been retired for how long now?
April 30th will be my 1 year close of business. May 1st will be my anniversary of my retirement.
Okay. So now my question is, how long was it before you was able to touch that annuity?
Well, the annuity goes by your last name, right? And then, so what they do is they take everybody that retired in the month that you retired, right? So, like you said, you retiring in May, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna take everybody in the department that retires in May, and then they're gonna go in alphabetical order. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take at least 6 to 9 months for them to work that out with the annuity. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll let you know, they'll ask you what you want to do with it. I rolled mine over. I didn't touch that because you're going to have to pay taxes on it and you're going to get hit with a penalty.
Yeah, I'm rolling mine over too. I just want to know how long you're able to do, how long it takes to roll it over, basically. So now,
what you're going to do is you're going to get you're going to call the deferred comp office and you're going to get that paperwork and you're going to file it with them. Once you file it with them, they're in turn going to send it to the union, right? So the union already knows what you elect to do with that money.
Oh, you put it right into deferred?
I rolled it right into another deferred comp account.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You could open up another special 401k or you could open up a Roth. My man Strictly Travel, he just came up in here and he's into business. He could tell the people about Roths and IRAs and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I did. I rolled it over into a special 401k. Now, the way the market been going the past week and a half, I was thinking about rolling it into a Roth. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about taking it out of the special 401k and rolling it into a Roth because it's a little safer. But what goes up must come down, and what goes down comes up. You know what I'm saying? Strictly hit the link. You can come up and tell the people about what they should do with their money in this volatile market that we're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Now, watch the viewership go down because now we're talking money. We ain't talking hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, have you started getting your whole pension yet?
No. There's one form that I have to send back, which is sitting upstairs right now. I got it filled out. I just got to drop it in the mailbox, and probably about 6 weeks from that, 6 to 9 weeks from that, maybe a little less, I should get the full pension.
So what you getting, 80%?
No, I ain't getting it because I had 28 years because I had prior time. You know what I'm saying? I did 23 years with sanitation and I had another 8 years with the state that I bought that time back. So
No, what I'm saying is you getting 80%. You get a majority of what you're supposed to get, your pension.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting about. Yeah, wait, join that. Join and hit the link if you up in here. Hold on, Freddie Mac.
So it's been a year and you still ain't getting your full pension yet. That's crazy.
No, well, it takes 15 months.
That's crazy, bro.
Yo, salute to the panel. What's up, fellas?
What's going
What
on?
up? What up? What up? Salute.
Yeah, I was just on here. I was just listening to the conversation. You know, I was saying to myself the other day, I was like, yo, this travel space is weird, man.
Mhm.
It's a lot of OGs promoting the YNs on this shit, man. This shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's entertainment. But at the end of the day, they could be doing this if they really lock in. What they doing now, they could do nonstop.
Yeah.
But they e-begging.
You see P Funk?
Yeah.
Another one that see it.
They e-begging.
That means they on the internet begging for travel money.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
That's what it's called, e-begging.
Mhm.
Wow.
But dudes is jacking that though. So I can't really get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really get mad at that.
Hey.
The other day I was on the panel. I said, listen, man, if y'all brothers need work, MTA's hiring, Sanitation's hiring. I'm from New York.
Okay.
So MTA's always hiring, Sanitation's always hiring, FD's always hiring. But nobody want to take the test. Everybody just want to do this YouTube shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, all these white boys is taking these tests.
Taking a test. They're taking
Know
a
what I'm
test.
saying?
They're taking a test.
So
You know
my
what I'm
son is on the list for sanitation. He just took the fireman's exam.
Court officer. These is
Yeah.
good jobs with decent pensions. You get the 457, you get the annuity.
Corrections.
You-
Corrections is always hiring. Always.
corrections is always hiring. And these are decent. You don't even gotta stay. You could just lock in for 2-3 years, get your money
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even tell you that.
Khalil Backyard Life, he just dropped off the panel, but he could tell y'all post office always hiring.
Yeah.
And actually, my son just started working for the post office. You know what I'm saying? And he's working for the post office, and he didn't quit his Amazon gig, so he's still doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's jobs out here. It's just this young generation, they don't want to work.
Now let me tell you something, man. I actually saw a young lady on the internet.
Right.
Yeah. There was a young lady actually on the internet saying that these city jobs, niggas be acting like these city jobs is hitting a lotto and city jobs ain't where it's at. And I'm just like, my mind was blown because I'm like, these motherfuckers really don't understand what it is with these city jobs, man, and the job security and the life security that it gives you, man, for the rest of your life. They're gonna pay me and I ain't gonna have to work.
You know what I'm saying? NY Garden Guru. He said you got to be strong for that garbage shit. Let me tell you something. New York City sanitation. The hardest thing about my job was getting there, showing up.
Right. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that's in the chat, any sanitation workers that's in the chat that know me, they'll tell you Gans didn't show up for work when it rained. You know what I'm saying? That was my only problem. Listen, I don't have no problem coming to work in the snow, coming to work in the heat, and all of that. But that rain is a whole different ball game, yo. And they called me down to the clinic one time, right? And I had to go upstairs. You remember when you go to the clinic, if you had a bad sick record, you had to go upstairs and see the chief.
Yeah.
Right? So he's looking over my record and he's like, I see, you go sick here, you go sick here. I said, listen, when it's raining out, I'm not coming to work in the rain. You know what I'm saying? So he said to me, I think I might have had close to 10 years on the job at that time when I was talking to him. So he said, you know, I was only a sandman for 2 years, and then, you know, I made supervisor. I got promoted. I said, stop right there. I said, you was only a sanitation worker for 2 years, and then you got promoted. So you didn't have no time about behind the truck. So you don't know what it's like when that rain, when that cold rain come down and your bones is aching and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it's about. So don't talk to me about that. I say, yo, I got 10 years on the job. What we doing? I got unlimited sick. You know what I'm saying? It's raining out. If I choose not to come to work in this rain, I'm not coming. Where we going with this?
I
And
ain't gonna lie to you, Gans. I was one of them dudes. I was the opposite, man. I came to work in any weather. I didn't care, rain gear, snow, whatever. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've been in some rain, man, that I know what you're talking about. I've been in some rain, man, where it's like that shit was my worst nightmare, bro. I'm talking about rain gear, soap, clothes, soap, wallet, underwear, everything, son. Soap.
When we met, when me and you met, and we worked together on the truck that day, it was pouring down rain that day.
Oh yeah.
And I happened to come to work. I remember it like it was yesterday. And you said to me, you said, yo, I thought BK18 was a stay out garage. I said, yeah, they are. And under normal conditions, I stay out. But check this out here. When it's raining, I'm getting this garbage off the street and I'm getting out of these wet clothes.
Right.
That's what it was with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to what I was saying. My phone got cut off. You know, you dudes don't want to grind, man. I'm seeing a lot of dudes don't want to grind it out, man. That's the problem with this generation, man. Everyone ain't wanting to come easy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, this young generation got it twisted, man. I don't know where they went off the rails, man, but son, these city jobs are some of the most secure jobs and most secure lifestyles you can set up for yourself, man.
Nigga, the city job saved me from a lot of shit.
Word.
Saved me from a lot of shit. I take my ass
agree
to work
100%.
and I take my ass to home. I've got a 457 that's looking decent. Obviously, it's not looking good now because with the fucking stock markets crashing. But I got something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? You know, God willing, I'll make it to that retirement. I'm chilling for the rest of my life.
Right.
What you do? MTA?
MTA, yeah, MTA. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy work.
You train or you surface?
I'm sorry?
Are you on the trains or the buses?
The buses.
Okay, my cousin who I always travel with, he MTA bus driver right here on Staten Island.
And when I got hired, one of the dudes was telling me MTA spelled backwards is ATM.
There you go.
All right, that's all I gotta say. MTA spelled backwards is ATM.
They get a lot of overtime, goddamn MTA, man.
A lot of overtime. You got bus drivers making 200.
Yeah,
250
easy.
plus, easy.
Easy. Yeah.
It's coming to work. Obviously,
Yeah, they don't know. A lot of people don't know. They got it twisted, man. They got it. Especially like you said, these young niggas, man. They got it twisted, man. Twisted. Yo, I never forget. I made $250,000 during COVID, man. Like these motherfuckers, man. They don't understand what's going on, man. Like,
yo, that COVID cleaning shit. That was the best thing that ever happened.
Oh, I made a lot of money during COVID, man.
I did 5 extra years, because of that shit.
I made a lot of money during COVID, and like I was telling these dudes, man, get off the street, man. Get yourself a job, man. You know what I'm saying? The old tricks ain't working no more, man.
Mr. D, do you see the super chat icon in the chat? Let me know, because dudes were saying earlier they don't see it.
I don't see it.
But I heard y'all talking about the 457. I just came up here to see what was the best. Did y'all roll it over to an IRA account or what? What y'all do with your 457?
No,
I'm thinking about cashing that shit out.
I took my 457 when I retired.
Okay, so you didn't roll it over?
No, because the 457 you don't have to pay a penalty on it.
Right, you don't have to.
But you have to pay taxes.
Right, so it counts as another income when you take it out.
Right. So what it is, the state is going to hit you hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The state is going to hit you hard when you cash out that 457, right? And the Fed is going to take their money off the top. You know what I'm saying? When you go down to that deferred comp office and you fill out that paperwork, they automatically going to take whatever it is, whatever amount of money that you got in there. I think they take, I want to say 20%, 20% to the Fed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, tuck some of that money to the side because when you file your taxes next year, the state coming for theirs. But when they come, they coming hard.
Is it better to take it one lump sum or just get the monthly installments? Is there a way? So basically, I'm just asking: is there a way to avoid that?
Well, I took the lump sum because I paid off everything. My motorcycle that you see in the background paid off. Paid off a lot of bills. I'm getting ready to do some work in my house. I got the painters coming actually on Wednesday. So you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so that money it set me up right. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't have to take it all out though, right?
No, you don't. You could set yourself up.
You could do a lump sum. You could do monthly.
Yeah, you could do the lump sum, or you could do a monthly payment to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you could actually, let's say your pension is $7,000 a month. Now you could bump it up to $8,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? You could set it up any kind of way you want. Strictly, what's good with you, brother?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good.
What's new?
Yeah. You know what it is. Yo, let me give a salute and a rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives in Santo Domingo. My man Strictly, he lives in Santo Domingo.
What happened in Santo Domingo? Earthquake?
No,
that
they had
club collapsed.
The roof of a nightclub actually collapsed. It's called the Jets, and it killed 221 people.
Oh shit! When? Recently?
3-4 days ago?
Damn, man. Sorry to hear that.
Monday.
Damn, man.
Yo, Strictly, quick question. What's the temperature down there? I'm hearing a lot of chit chat. I'm hearing they trying to blame certain type of people with that situation.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, that's when the guy took over the building, apparently, from what I've heard, they were used to be a movie theater and turned into a club. So technically, they were supposed to demolish it and rebuild it, which he didn't. And then, the show was like 50 years old, and they had those big, VR got the power outage issues. So they have those generator, those chillers on top of the building, the AC. So that weight, it was just too much. So the building just collapsed. And also, you need to take a look at consideration. A club, it has all those decibel, all the acoustic, and so so I guess the vibration, and also a year ago or 2 years ago, they had a fire. So apparently, the structure was affected by that. So that it took only 2 days. It was lots of flaws. So it was really an infrastructure issue. And the sad thing about it, or kind of ironic thing about it, the person in charge of infrastructure in the whole country was in the club and passed away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's some karma for your ass.
The guy that was supposed to be, here's the thing, DR works with corruption. It's a very corrupt place, So people, I guess, it was paying them under the table, whatever. So like it was a big shot. They were like, okay, well, don't need to do anything. But ironically, the guy that actually infrastructure guy was the one who was supposed to do the inspection.
Wow.
Yep. And what the delicate thing about it is like lots of one of the richest family in the DR. 4 other family members died in that. The Gurion family, the owner of Banco Popular, is a good figure. So this is gonna be a collective lawsuit, and the guy's actually in New York, and he hasn't been back yet. And he also had another restaurant, it's called Halal, in the colonial zone, and he has been closed ever since. So because they're gonna have some repercussion, because 221 people, and it could have been avoided.
Wow.
Have you heard of? And it was it's called the King of Merengue. That was Rui Perez, which is like the king of merengue, and he was performing that day, and also passed away in that. So it's a big mess, a huge mess, and I mean, now you have lots of orphans. It was 2 baseball players as well who passed away.
Yeah, dude, they used to play for the Mets.
Oh,
So,
he was in there?
yeah. And also
Yo,
retired NYPD officer as well.
yeah. So strictly, let me ask you another question, right?
Sure.
So if you want to, like, obviously, like you said before, DR is full of corruption, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Everybody been to the country, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking to buy a condo or invest in a condo, developing, a pre-construction plan
Well,
moving forward.
you have to be very careful with the pre-construction plan. You have to get a background on the builder first of all, because the good thing about the DR, the majority, like I have multiple purchases here in the DR. I've purchased in Cap Cana and purchased in Santo Domingo.
Okay.
But from well-known developer, like for instance, I've lived in about in a place called Villa Hermosa in Naco. So they have like 20 buildings. So that builder has already built a reputation for himself. So he has
he has references to go by. You can go off
exactly.
his
So
references, right?
my advice to people is before you invest anything in the DR, make sure that you have the pedigree of the builder, his background. That way, your investment is secure. So you can invest here, no worry about it. But you have to be careful with this new builder. The guys got the land, you want to build on, and he doesn't have the expertise, the know-how. Then you're in trouble. So just make sure that you go with a reputable builder, and then your investment is secure. So you can
What about infrastructure? As far as infrastructure and stuff like that, would that be an issue, or are you just saying the builder has to be reckonable?
Yeah, because usually the building specs are quite good. Like all those new buildings,
Right.
They build them like earthquake resistant and stuff like that. So
Right, because they gain the new materials.
yeah, exactly. So the new construction are really so you can go with it. The good, I mean, the facility is nice. Like where I live, for instance, I mean, the amenities are nice. So you have swimming pool, gym, and social area where you can actually do barbecue. So this type of building requires a certain type of material and expertise, and so those buildings, you have to make sure that, like I said, if actually was like I said, it's usually it's good because my building is is well built and really well built. The specs are up to par, pretty much like high standard. So so investment, nothing to worry about. Just to make sure that it's a reputable builder, good infrastructure, because in the area like Naco, Piancini, they have good roads. You can navigate pretty much with lots of traffic, but you can navigate across town with no problem and secure as well.
And I heard that obviously labor is going to go up because of the situation with the Haitians. Haitians do majority of the labor.
Yeah,
and obviously,
eventually that's something people are worried about. The majority of the builder because the cost of material will go. I mean, the cost of labor, of course, will go high because
the majority of laborers are Haitians.
Exactly. And then, so that's something we have to take a look at carefully. So we're not like, so far, he hasn't been hit yet because the thing about the DR, I mean, sometimes what you read is not really what it is. So I just wonder if it's going to be systematic deportation or it's just to appease the population for a while. And then they will kind of slow it down because they cannot do anything without Haitian labor. And the actual president himself, he has on the cement company in Haiti and in DR. So it's like, I said, hold on. So most likely what they will do, they will come up with some type of plan of way they can actually legalize some of those people. I believe
he's trying to get the work visas.
That's exactly what he wants. He tries to regulate things, so just gotta get the work visas because there is no way the construction industry can survive without the Haitian, and they're building everywhere. So lots of construction gonna stop because DR, local citizens are not interested
And doing the labor, and then doing the labor. Yeah, that's what I said. And it's late. It's not just labor. It's just working at working at the little stores, working at the pico pollo, doing the landscaping. That's all the Haitians.
That's all the Haitian. So
That's all the Haitians.
there's no way they can actually survive without those guys. It's virtually impossible. I don't see how.
So strictly, let me ask you real quick.
Sure.
Being that the market is volatile,
Yeah.
how should the people set up their money as far as their 401ks and whatever? V Swell, salute. What up?
Well, here's the thing when it comes to 401k. I mean, I always advise my client to go to because the stock market is volatile, but let's face it, it's the United States. It's gonna kick back up. It's a temporary dip, bro. It will eventually, because I mean, the world market depends on the United States, bro. I have investment in Switzerland, I have investment in Singapore, but they all depend on the world. I mean, so when the stock market in the US goes down, it's a domino effect. So eventually it will bounce back up. So what I will do, I wouldn't withdraw anything. I would just leave it there, because where else would you invest? Let's face it, because 401k is really, it's backed up by what? By the stock market, by, it depends. I mean, some of them, you can have a portfolio that goes into, bonds, and pretty much it's really stocks. That makes the market, that's really make you 401k. So without the stock market, there's no 401k.
So let me ask you this. For guys that's retired, what if we moved our 401k into a Roth?
Move the 401k to a Roth if it's but okay, like for instance, I want to give an example. How well is performing right now? But let's say what has been the loss? What has been the dip? What you find so far in your how much have you lost, for instance?
I didn't lose much because I'm stable.
Okay, but what is mainly you invested in? Mainly what?
I forgot how I got that thing set up. I couldn't even tell you. I would have to look in there.
Because the good thing about Roth, withdraw tax free, and but what's the percentage of it of growth? How much? What do they give you? How much?
Yeah, I would have to go in there to tell you.
Yeah, you say, okay. Let me. Okay.
Yeah, give the people an example.
Okay, like for instance, okay, if you look at okay, let me show you. Okay, like the advantage of the Roth, is like you have tax-free withdrawal in retirement, while the 401k, has what is called a protect contribution. So I don't know. So I'm trying to look at I'm trying to simulate something. Yeah. If you retire, like the IRA doesn't give you what is called, like your employer that much contribution, you still can do it because you won't get, you won't really be hurt but if you have a current, if you work right now, because your employer match your contribution, but if you retire, I don't know if, I need to take a look if the law allows you to have 401k and the Roth at the same time. We can actually, I will split it if possible. You got the Roth, you also have a 4K, because the risks are both the same when you think about it. And performance-wise, let me take a look. Performance-wise, wait 1 second. I'm gonna look at the performance-wise. Hold on.
Gans, I'm out.
Yo, hold on, Strictly. Let me talk to him real quick.
Okay.
So, listen, you said you wanted to start this this YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you what you're gonna need real quick. Austin already told you the DJI Pocket 3.
Yeah.
I don't have that camera. I have the Insta360.
You told me.
You said you wanted to get both.
I want to get both. Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But yo, it's as simple as turning on your phone, bro. Hitting that red button on your phone. What kind of phone you got?
Samsung Galaxy.
Which one?
I got the Note right now, but they don't make the Note no more.
Right. So you wanna upgrade that. You want to upgrade that at least to the S23.
I might get an iPhone.
No. I got the iPhone 16 right here.
Don't get the iPhone?
You know what I use the iPhone? I'm using the iPhone like right now. I'm on my Apple laptop. So I use the iPhone to coincide with the laptop. But for any content that I want to get, as far as camera, filming, you know, with my phone, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Okay.
Salute the International Zoe Barber World. If he put his eyes on this. He said this camera, the camera on this phone shows you colors and visions that the iPhone doesn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this here has the best camera. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah.
So I got both because T-Mobile gave me a deal on the iPhone, but I had the Galaxy. I bought the Galaxy S24 back in September or October.
Right.
And before that, I had the Fold, which the Fold is garbage. Don't get that phone because the screen from it constantly opening and closing, the screen is gonna eventually crack. You know what I'm saying? So I kept going. One time I went to Samsung, they replaced the screen. It was just a nightmare with that phone. So I got rid of that. I actually had to pay $700 to get out of the phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got rid of that. Now I got the Galaxy and I got the iPhone to go with my computer. I do so whenever I'm doing work on the computer, I use the iPhone for that. But when I'm going to these countries and I'm filming or whatever, this iPhone don't even come out of the safe, man.
All right.
I bring that Galaxy and I bring my Insta360.
All right. No doubt.
Word. But yo, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming up. Yo, we're gonna get on a trip together. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I might fuck with you with that shit. I'm gonna get back to you. But I want to, but I don't know if I can. So I'm gonna check a few things as far as the dates, because you know, I'm still working right now till the 31st. So
yeah. So you know, we'll speak on it. Listen, if you can't go in May, I'm going back there in December. And you're gonna be retired by then.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm doing Medellin, and right off of the heels of Medellin, I'm going to Brazil.
In one trip?
In one trip. That's how I move now.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
Yo, last year in December, I went to Medellin, and then after Medellin, I went to Cartagena. This trip where I met Strictly, I went to Santo Domingo. I was hanging out with him. Then I jumped on the bus and went to Punta Cana. Listen, when I travel, I'm not going to just one city no more. I'm retired. What we doing out here?
What we doing? What we doing?
Word. This is how we move. So listen, and Copa Airlines has a deal where if you fly them, let's say you going anywhere in South America, that plane is gonna stop in Panama, right? So you can do your layover for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Not a couple hours. You can stay in Panama. You can fly Copa Airlines, stay in Panama for a couple days, and then get back on the plane and fly to your next destination. That's how I'm moving now. That's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you told me that. Copa?
Copa.
C-O-P-A. Copa.
Yeah.
Oh, Copa. Okay. All right. Yeah. No doubt, man. Salute, man.
Yo, salute. Yo, we're going to speak on the back end. Thank
you
for
doubt.
coming up.
Yo, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. Anytime. Anytime.
All right.
All right.
That's my man P-Funk. He getting ready to start his YouTube channel. When he give it to me, I'm going to drop it for y'all.
Exactly.
Okay. We'll follow him. Right. Sounds good.
All right.
Again,
here
going
we
back
are.
to what you're asking me, I mean, like in your case, if you retire, you can try, because you can, like, there's no more employer matching. So, but a rough, look, I'm gonna give you an example. the good thing about the 401k that you have, I mean, when it comes to tax exemption, if you anticipate, it's like, yes, like a lower tax. I mean, I don't know, it's very hard to tell because, I mean, you retire, so because they both have tax advantages for retirement saving. So I think I will do both. I will have part 401k, part Roth, or like not just put all the eggs in one basket, because if you look at performance-wise, they're both about the same. Like our average between 6 and 7% in general. While you can do the same thing with your 401k. So it's really, I mean, it really depends on personal situation each other. But in retirement, like you retire, I think you can actually go with, you can try Roth, bro. But I've heard a comment. Can you pin that again? That someone said that you have to do it gradually.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Khalil.
Yeah, because and the Roth has more investment option though than 401k. 401k is more limited though.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, if you prefer to have more control over investment, I will go for a Roth. You have more investment options, you know what I mean? So you can actually, like you're waiting for 1K, you can actually slowly put some money into your Roth, and then, because if you're gonna move your 401k to Roth, you have to do it slowly because the Roth is taxed on the front end, the 401k is taxed on the back end.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But performance-wise, it's about the same. The only is the different investment options. But in your case, if 401k is doing great, honestly, I wouldn't wait because people are afraid of the market. But it's gonna go back up.
Right. It's gonna come back.
It's just a phase. It's just a phase.
Trump, he hit China. China hit back, but it's gonna work out in the end.
And plus, right now there is, Trump has created a climate of uncertainty. That's the thing. So that's the thing. But once people gain that trust back up, it is tariff nonsense, it will go back up. It will go back up. So let me see. You there, Gaines?
Yeah, give me a second. Go ahead. Keep talking about the market.
Exactly. So it will bounce back, bro. It will bounce back because I'm looking at performance-wise. If you have a job, yes. 401k is better because you have your employer's matching. Those are the benefits of 401k. But if you don't have one, if you retire, then you can put some part of it in the Roth. And, because the traditional of 401k offer usually tax deduction for contribution, so therefore you lower your taxable income, in the year you contribute. So that worked for the one that's still contributing. So that's what I think, Yeah.
So
Strictly.
Hold on. Yeah. Yo, News, hit the link. We could do a little Medellin talk.
Yo, Strictly, I got a question, man, because
sure.
So the 401k, right? A lot of people are saying it's a waste of time because you can't pull it out until you're 60, I think it's 2 or 65, I believe.
59.
59
and a half.
59 and a half. You can't touch that, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So a lot of people say it's a waste of. I'm sorry?
They'll penalize you.
They'll penalize you, right? A lot of people saying it makes no point to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? To put everything either the 457 or the 457 Roth.
See, now, I don't know how MTA does, right? Yes, 457 is better because you get to touch the money immediately when you retire.
With no penalties, no nothing. You just got to pay the taxes on that.
Right. But see, with sanitation, we got an annuity fund, right?
Right.
So instead of taking that money out of I could have actually left it with my union. I could have left that money in there, but I took it out and put it in the 401k. You know what I'm saying?
So the annuity,
either way, it was going to make money or lose money.
Right. Okay. So you put your annuity in your 401k and you're not touching the 401k, obviously, till you're
Right,
59.
right. I'm not touching that. And the 457, I took that money, paid off all my bill, and I still had money left over.
Right,
Right.
right. If you don't mind me asking, what percentage did you contribute to your 457?
Oh, man, at one time I had that joint maxed out.
Okay. Are you average max it out every year?
I had it maxed out. See, with us, in the wintertime,
Right.
I would max it out because you know how sanitation work.
Yeah, you would bump it up in the wintertime.
Right. We looking for that. We looking for that snow overtime.
Right.
So in the wintertime, I would max it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Right.
Because I'm about to just take. I'm thinking about just taking my joint out. I'm thinking about just cashing out my 401k, buying the property in DR. Because obviously, I think the return on investment is going to be worth more down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not a doubt. I mean, listen, I always, it depends, because what I'm saying, if you're already done, you're not contributing any longer, you can take that luxury, withdrawing the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just screw the 401k, because you can't touch it to 59 and a half anyway. Still holding down to my 457 Roth and the regular one, and just take the 401k, just put that on the property in DR, and then that's it. Because I think I'll make more money long term doing that than sitting in the 401k.
But okay, there's another thing you can actually do. We can talk about it. Okay, for instance, my main thing, I want the reason I chose Dubai, because I always tell people cash is king.
Yeah, cash is king. Absolutely.
Let's say you're gonna withdraw $200,000, right?
Right.
Okay, what I will do, I will set up a corporation in Dubai, right? Listen carefully. And then I will set a corporation in Dubai, open a bank account, and employ myself. So what I will do, I will put that money, $200,000, let's say, in my bank account. Then I will open a bank account in a different bank, and I'm paying myself a high salary. Let's say I'm gonna pay myself $10,000, $20,000, right? Then you qualify for a loan worth what you have invested. So what you do pretty much, interest rate in Dubai for loans are like 4 or 5%. After 3 months of making your constant, you get your constant pay stub, like constant direct deposit to your account, you qualify for large loans. So it's going to be based on your income. So therefore, not only 200,000 is secure, you can do $200,000 as a loan. Then you take that loan and buy a house wherever you want to. You can personally buy a house cash in, let's say, in DR. And in DR, you got your property. You put Airbnb, they're going to generate you easily a 6, 7, 8% a year. And the loan pays itself off, the house pays itself off. So not only you got your cash secure, but you got your property that pays itself. So you don't lose anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Well, I didn't do, obviously the whole Dubai thing is something that you're talking about now, but I'm just thinking about just taking that 401k out and using it, because obviously you could probably make more money doing that than Airbnb.
Exactly. But what I would do, I wouldn't waste, I wouldn't spend, I wouldn't say waste.
Yeah, Crime Faces, we can hear you.
I'm sorry?
I wouldn't spend the money. I will put it in an account, and I will pay myself. I wouldn't touch it. So just there, I would get the loan against it. And the loan I get against it, I'll buy a property with it.
What's going on, Ganzi?
So at this time, I mean,
I hear too
no
many
matter what happens, you have
conversations
enough
right
money
now.
to cover those expenses. And at the same time, your property is generating you an income.
Right.
Because, so, I mean, and Dubai, it's tax-free when it comes to, think about it, when it comes to income, it's tax-free.
Right.
Or you don't get tax on your money, So
out.
you're not losing anything. You pay yourself $10,000 a month of your own money, just to qualify for larger loans, and that's it.
Right, because the loans they're giving out in DR is like slave deals.
Yeah, but in Dubai,
with the interest rates,
it's crazy. In Dubai, you get 5, 6%, 4%, 3%. It depends. And if you go to Islamic banking, it's even better.
Right.
You get like 0% to 1%, so you're good. So there's multiple doing. You have to, I can actually cater a plenty you need. You gotta say, okay, I have X amount of in 401k. I will do a simulation. I will set you up, and then in 3 months, once you get your residency, to get your residency in Dubai, all you have to do is set up a company. Set up a company, come into your residency. You're a resident in Dubai. Yeah.
Do I have to take my Shahada to get that Islamic loan?
No, you don't need to. Just tell them you're Muslim. That's it. That's what I did. I'm Islamic bank. I told I'm Muslim. That's what I do. So I have a loan. I have a loan. I mean, I pay the closing fee, all that. But I'm generally like a 0%. I have 1%. I have one with 2, and so it's very. And then I use that cash to buy property in the DR. I use that cash to buy property in Santo Domingo and Punta Cana. But here the property I paid for, but my loan is in Dubai, and it paid for itself.
You got to go to the Majid on Friday.
Majid,
yeah, I know.
So there's multiple. Let's say I can actually do you a simulation, say that you take a look at it, and it's something I'm telling you, it's worth it because Dubai got those great interest rate. But the good thing about it, your money is backed up by your own money. So whatever goes wrong, you still get your cash there that you can supply. Make let's say this month you have an issue paying. May let's say instead of your property in the yard costs you loan is like $2,000 a month, but this month you like $1,800. You just can cover the 200. By the end, overall, I would advise to invest in Cap Cana, Punta Cana, because the occupancy rate in those property are like is average like 70 to 80%. So you're gonna make your money anyway. So it's gonna pay for itself.
I mean, I think anywhere in DR you're gonna make your money as far as like as Puerto Plata, Punta Cana. I think you're gonna get a return on your investment.
Oh, definitely. Punta Cana, those tourist areas, forget about it because imagine.
Yeah.
Last year they had like 7 million visitors. So think about it. They have to house all those people.
Yeah,
So
but the thing about Punta Cana I don't like is they don't really like the mixed tourism. And when I mean by mixed, they want more families there.
Yeah, that is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm scared about Punta Cana because
I mean, listen,
they don't like the mixed tour. They don't like the mixed tourism. They want families. They want they want the families. They want the wives. They want it like they want it like Aruba. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so I was just there.
Right.
For everybody watching, that nonsense that goes down in Sasua, they're not allowing that.
They're not allowing that. So
they're not allowed. Listen, obviously, I don't care what Razor Ray shows you.
Yeah, they're not allowing. I've been to Punta Cana. Punta Cana is not like that. It's not like that. It's more of a family vibe. It's more of a it's more of even the locals go out there to enjoy it. It's none of that crap that goes on out there, and it's not like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but Gaines went to even it was in Cap Cana.
I went to Cap Cana. I went to Cap Cana.
Yeah, they not letting that junk. They not letting that mixed tourism kind of thing go out there. You know what I'm saying? They want Punta Cana to look a certain way. There's a lot of American investors. There's a lot of big companies. They not. That's where the money's at. So
listen, when you go to Punta Cana, you're back in America.
Yeah. And I don't like that personally. I don't like that.
But if it's for investment, well,
Punta Cana has its pockets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go over there to where all the Dominicans are at, but Punta Cana is basically it's set up for Americans,
tourism, families, and you need a car. If you're not taxed, you need a car.
I had to rent a car out there.
Yeah. So Puerto Plata is a little bit more different, especially that El Batay areas where you don't necessarily need a car to accept mixed tourism. There is a high and low season there, but I think your return on investment there, a couple of years, you getting your money back easily.
Right. Well,
easily.
Two partners of mine, they invested in Punta Cana. They got a 4-bedroom house. Any of y'all that seen the video that I put out about Cap Cana, the house that was built and almost complete, that's their house in Punta Cana. 4-bedroom joint.
Yeah, and the thing about DR too, it's everything's for sale, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was watching somebody, he was like, yeah, it's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out.
That's the thing. Now let me tell y'all,
if you gotta unload that, it might take a while.
Let me tell you all about Casa Linda in Sasua. Beautiful homes in that gated community. Right now, hold on. I was just sent the video. It's a 4-bedroom in Casa Linda, and I think it's going for close to $300,000.
Right.
right?
But Casa Linda, Casa Linda, they make their money off the HOAs and all that.
Right. But here's the problem with Casa Linda. You buy that house in Casa Linda, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say you have it for a couple years and you want to sell.
Right.
Let's say I come, you come to me, you say, Big Gans, I'm selling my house. What you want to do? So I check it out. I say, Freddie Mac, I'm interested.
Right.
Right. Casa Linda's gonna come to me and they're gonna say, Big Gans, we could build you a house just like Freddie Mac's house for half the price.
Yeah.
So
Casa
they
Linda's like
undercut
that. Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. I seen that. I seen a couple listings that didn't make sense. And I seen brand new listings that is like, why would I buy this when I could just build something brand new and I'm the first owner?
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen the way they tie up with the HOAs. You know, it's the same concept they use here in the States with the HOAs, and you got to be in the board and all that. That's just like, you know, you pretty much they making money off you with the HOAs. Yeah, they got the security. Yeah, it's pretty safe and all that, but it's like.
Right.
I don't know about Casa Linda. There's a lot of like, you know, sneaky shit going on in over there.
Yeah. You better
You know what
off.
I'm saying?
You better off going over to Hispaniola.
Hispaniola, yeah.
They doing better business. They more on the up and up. And I spoke to one of the realtors over there. So
And what is Casa Linda? It's a development.
Yeah, it's like a private development with houses and stuff like that, with all the villas and stuff like that.
Big gated community.
Big gated community.
They go for what price? What's the price?
You can get a villa for like $220, brand new, 2-bedroom, 2 baths, pool. I'm not sure about the square footage, but it costs you about like $220, $250.
I actually like Ocean Village better.
Ocean Village is way better than Casa Linda. Way better. You overlook the beach. They got the Santa Fe next door. Ocean Village costs a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Costs a little more.
Right.
Yeah. When I go to the POP, I don't stay in the little motels. I do either Casa Linda or Ocean Village.
Right. That's how we move.
I don't do the.
Listen, whatever with them guys doing them $25 hotels, we don't do that though. We don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? We work hard for our money. So everything we doing, we stay in 5-star, man. 4-star minimum.
I stayed at New Garden one time, and I'm like,
never again.
I felt like I was in a trap house. I was like, what the fuck is this ghetto ass shit?
Never again.
So I just do it.
Stayed there in 2015.
Yeah,
never
I do.
Again.
Yeah, I do Ocean Village and Casa Linda. That's all I do.
I believe lifestyle is everything. I mean, if you're on vacation, you just have a good time, be able to be comfortable.
I like to feel like I'm on vacation, not like I'm in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So so same thing when I travel. I like to feel comfortable because the idea to have a peaceful time, not just Otherwise, I mean, it's no longer a vacation. I mean, it's just survival mode. So, what's the purpose of that?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier in the stream, we not passport bros over here. We move different.
They respect you more when you stay at these places too. When you stay at a bum ass New Garden, I don't know, man. You get bare minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get bare minimum. Oh, they give you free breakfast, man. Fuck that breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast is only like $4 in DR anyway. $4 or $5. Yeah.
Listen,
that was a good point, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I stayed at New Garden one time, and I was tight.
Yeah, everybody who I roll with, we got chefs.
Yeah, I was tight. I was like, yeah, I ain't never doing this Pedro Casante bum shit no more, man. I work too hard. If I'm gonna go on vacation, I want to be comfortable, have some class in it. Turn up. I'm not gonna sit there act like I don't be turning up and shit like that. But nah, fuck that.
Casalida. I mean, I never been to Susua, so I don't know how is it over there. So I have no clue.
Yeah, and then
if you ain't go now, you missed the bulk of it.
Yeah, and I think if you pay, I think if your property's valued under 150, there's no property tax. If I'm not mistaken.
No. Let me tell you. In those tourist zone, they have a thing called Comfort Tour, which is a program in which you are exempt from taxes.
Right. That's what the guy was telling me. As a foreign investor, you're exempt for certain taxes, but it has to be the limit of your property value, though. If I'm not mistaken, it has to be under a certain amount of money.
If I'm mistaken, there's no if I'm not mistaken, there's no limit.
There's no limit. Okay.
No, Comfort
Okay.
Tour has no limit because I mean, when you go to Punta Cana, for instance, you have property for like $2-3 million, and they
Right.
still show you that Comfort. Like for instance, we purchased property for one of our clients, and then it was way over a couple of $1 million, a few $1 million, and no taxes.
Right. So that's my, long story short, I got a couple ideas I'm playing around with. I think that's probably my next move. I seen a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for like 120, kind of in a pre-development building, pre-construction. I'm sorry, and I think I might just pull the trigger. Like fuck it.
What's
You know what I mean?
what was the builder's name?
I don't have that information.
Okay,
I don't
because
have that information, but
like
I'm doing my research now. As far as I went down there to see it. It's pre-developed, pre-construction. Everything looked good. The money's in installments, so you're not giving everything at once. And when your keys in hand, that's when you give the last part. It made sense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you get your lawyer, you get everything and you get everything in the contract. You interpret it, and obviously the seller bill has to be in Spanish. If it's not in Spanish, it's not valid. Um, yeah, so I'm just doing my research on that, but I see something, I might just pull the trigger, take out this 401k, and just fucking do it.
How
well,
much
as
time you
long
got
as
left on the
you
job?
put it in real estate, I mean, you okay? You know what I mean? Anything the DR will do well. Anything, bro. You'll be surprised. I mean, if you look at property appreciation in DR, it's just crazy.
Yeah. The
How
only
much
thing
time
is
you got
that
left on the job till you retire?
me, I got like 7.
7 years left. 'Cause I
Yeah,
know
7.
y'all got to have the time and the age.
Yeah, 7. So,
Yeah, so at least
um,
you on the downslide.
yeah, I'm on the downside, man. I've been working since I've been 20 something years old, man. I don't play. That's one thing I don't play around with. I'm not none of this, obviously, it's a different generation, but I can't get with these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
I mean, listen, we go up there on Futures panel. It's all
nah.
fun.
It's all entertainment. It's all
exactly.
entertainment. It's all
Yeah.
entertainment. It's
But
all
when
fun
it
and
comes down
games.
to it in real life, and a
Yeah,
salute to Jaron Leonardo. He said, I go on vacation to be comfortable. I always make sure I stay in great places. I don't mind spending extra money. And that's what it's about, man. Yo, listen, you work hard for your money. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand when you first beginning to travel. I can understand your accommodations are kind of mediocre, but as you go along and as you build your income in whatever, you're raising your places to stay. You're raising the value of where you're staying at. Listen, it's a certain point in your life you shouldn't be staying in nothing less than 3-star. And me, when I go on vacation, my vacation has to be on a certain level. I don't care where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's in Costa Rica, CTG, Medellin, Sosúa, Santo Domingo, Punta Cana, Cabo San Lucas. Oh, when I go to Cabo San Lucas, that's always 5-star. I'm never half-stepping.
Yeah, where?
Cabo San Lucas. That's Mexico. That's the island that stretches down from California. A lot of people don't go there. You know what I'm saying? I went there back in 2017. It was great. I think I'm going. I might go next year. Because strictly, remember I was telling you I got that invitation from the Hard Rock when I was staying over there, and they gave me a deal, and I left a deposit on there. So I think I'm going to do the Hard Rock in Cabo San Lucas, March next year.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, go ahead, Brian. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Listen, my vacation got to be on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? If I can't afford to stay in the type of accommodations I like to stay in, then I'm not going. I'm staying home. But this younger generation of travelers, they all want it now. And that's with everything. It ain't just travel. You know what I'm saying? It's with everything they do. They don't want to work and hustle for nothing. I want it now. I want it now, however I can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they all over on J Rello. He right now begging for money. Let him beg. Hey, not me. First of all, nobody's telling me what to do and how to move when I'm on vacation. I do what I want to do. See,
exactly.
It comes. There's a lot that comes with that begging traveling. Remember, the borrower is slave to the lender. So if they tell you to drop down on your knees, take off your socks, and move like a cow, you got to do it because you beg for that money.
Exactly. A quick question: Did you see what I sent you?
Did you text me?
No, I sent you on your WhatsApp. Did you see it?
Now let me check that out.
That was a few days ago.
Yeah, I seen something a few days ago. Where's it at? I seen it.
It was an extract of live. You see it?
Yeah, I ain't talking about that.
No, I'm just saying. It's just between you and I. You see how the same. You get my point?
Yeah.
So like two faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna make something, but I'm like, nah, I'm not wasting my time. It's just a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't getting into that gossip part of YouTube. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay away from the beef.
That's the point, because think about it. The idea is to build and to build a network, not waste our time into any unnecessary beef, unnecessary, We're too old for that. Think about it. We should be discussing investment ideas instead of just discussing people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the reason I came into this space was be able to share knowledge. Like, when you and I were there, we're having fun, but at the same time, we talk about this, we talk about this, talk about opportunity, what can be done, open business here, how can you live a certain lifestyle, what can be done, to maximize your money, or to maximize your profit, or, instead of wasting your time in some type of endless beef that doesn't get you nowhere. At the end, they switch your words around, they make it seem like a villain. It's just too much. It's just too much energy for negative energy. You know what I mean? Just too much. Just too much work. Yeah, I agree. That's good though. Yeah, I came on the live late, bro, with your boy from Kenya, because I was out. So I was like, what did he say about Kenya? What's the 411? I mean, what is it?
Well, yeah, he was basically dropping all the hotels to stay in.
Okay.
The tours to go on, the excursions and all of that. And my other boy who left when you came up, he was only there for 6 days. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a little bit on Kenya, you could drop it.
No, listen, Kenya, I don't know much about Kenya. I know Africa as a whole, but I know Kenya is one of the largest financial hub in Africa. It's one of the most stable places in Africa because, you have, of course, the first economy. People think it's South Africa, but it's actually Nigeria by GDP.
Mm-hmm.
The largest GDP in the last time I checked was Nigeria, but they don't have the same infrastructure as Kenya. Kenya is more organized, put it this way, So Kenya definitely it's and property in Kenya is cheap, and they so it's they have definitely. So let me see, largest economy in Africa. Yeah, so Kenya definitely it's nice, But me personally, I mean, being from Africa, I like Africa, but it just too much red tape, put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a place where in order for me to be, I need to have a minimum of compromise. Kenya, it's a country of contrast. It has more contrast. Let's say compared to the DR, for instance. Poverty in the DR doesn't equate poverty in Kenya. You know what I mean?
Right.
Poverty in the DR is light compared to Kenya, and then but I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Me personally, I mean, if I could, investment wise, I'd rather invest into the DR, and then because DR it's the biggest destination in the Caribbean, so when it comes to tourism, you're gonna get your money back. So when it comes to investment, for instance, I would choose DR any day at any time. Kenya will be really have to convince me for me to really invest into Kenya, because it just it's nice, but it's just not my cup of tea. And the women in Kenya, I've seen them, they're nice, but all of them had waves, bro, and too much makeup.
Right.
They're all
Right.
I'm like, we run away from the weave, and then you go there, it's the exact same thing, and then I'm like, I've seen, okay, they look good, but they were really, I mean, bodies banging, but I felt the lack of, they were not natural enough for me. That's what I, but they're nice though. They're nice, yeah, but it's not my, yeah. What I've seen is not something I will definitely, yeah. What would you consider?
Yo, Tick, salute. That link is for you. Hit the link, brother. If we want to get into this begging traveling, let's get into it. That link is for you.
Again, would you visit Kenya?
I might.
I mean, to visit, great though. It's great, great safari. They have a great nightlife. They have a great lots of
right.
It's
right.
Nice.
That's what Khalil Backyard Life was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Kenya's not on. It's not at the top of my list right now.
Okay.
I'm doing Colombia. This year, Colombia, Brazil. And I want to get I want to get into this new the visa requirements for Brazil. So anybody who's experienced on Brazil can come up, hit the link, and talk about it. But yeah, I want to hit Brazil. Then next year I'm going back to Cabo San Lucas, and then I'm gonna hit Santo Domingo in between.
Yeah, definitely. Santo Domingo to me is always gonna be.
And Thailand May of next year, and then I'm going on a cruise in July. That's a family cruise, so that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? But those are my travels. Yeah, Tick, if you still watching, you can come up and hit the link and talk about it. But yeah, Strictly, you been to Brazil?
Yeah, I've been to Brazil. Yeah.
Okay, so they just implemented the new visa requirements. They did that April 10th, and at first it was you had to pay the $80 for the visa, and then they can decide whether they're gonna let you in the country or not.
I know that makes it even difficult. I was looking at it's electronic visa, of course, but the requirement it's actually let me see, let me take a look at it right now. Requirements, up to 90 days. Citizen traveling with passport from Australia, Canada, the United States, visiting Brazil for tourism and business will be subject to visa requirement for entry. Exactly. Saying April 10. Okay. The process is easy and quick. Requirement shouldn't be are met. Okay, you need a valid passport signed, of course. Visa application form completely online. Passport style photo. By background, e-visa fee for $80.90. I don't see anything else. It doesn't seem that complicated. I'm in the Brazilian. Let me look at the.
No, I seen something else earlier. Let me see if I can find it.
Let me try to look at the visa app. How to apply.
Yeah, I'm glad I screenshot this earlier. Here it is. And I found this on Brazil Bound. It says, in addition to the application form, valid passport photo, and confirmation of return of travel, travelers will be required to provide proof that they have at least $2,000 in available funds at the time of their visa interview at the Brazilian consulate.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with Brazil, which me personally, I don't think it's a bad thing. Khalil, I'm glad you came back to the panel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, strictly travel. He's from Africa and he was running around. He missed you. So I'm glad you came back up.
Yeah,
Talk.
I'm from the Congo originally, so I've been to Kenya. I've been to Nairobi. I mean, I like Nairobi. I mean, it's nice. And how do you like it?
Nairobi, Kenya, period. Because I've been to 3 different parts of Kenya. I've been to 3 different parts of Kenya. I enjoyed it.
Okay. I'm assuming you've been Mombasa, Nairobi, and what else?
And Uganda.
So there really is a place called Uganda.
Okay. Yeah, Diani Beach, Uganda.
I thought that was fictional.
That's not fictional.
Wow.
And
I've learned something new every day.
Yeah, me too. Okay, and tell me, how are the women there?
I was with my lady, but the women are respectable to me.
Okay.
Talk about the women. I need for the numbers to spike up. As soon as you start talking about the women, the numbers gonna go up.
Yeah, because I mean, go ahead.
I'm with a lady, so I'm on a different program than a lot of people.
Yeah. But where's your lady from? Where's she from?
She from United States, the same place where I'm from.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
She's Black American.
Yeah, I know. But maybe I thought that you're American with Kenyan or that could, Yeah. Okay.
But from what I see is, if you come out there by yourself, you should do good.
Okay. Quick question: what motivates you to choose Kenya over any other African countries?
Because I've been in the military. I was in the military. I've been to 44 countries. And when I was in West Africa, they was all about money. So I said, let me try East Africa. And when I came to East Africa, they was about money too, but not on the level of West.
Okay. Okay.
Makes
sense. Okay, cost of living wise, how affordable is it or is it expensive? I mean,
like if I would tell anybody, if they're gonna go to Africa to retire to, go to East, because it's way cheaper than West. Because West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, they're gonna give you Muzungu prices.
Okay, Muzungu price. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Whereas you paying the same amount for a house or whatever in West Africa that you would do in America compared to East.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah.
But I love East Africa, like Ethiopia to Tanzania to Kenya. I was treated like a king,
That's what we want.
Ghana.
Okay. So pretty much you're based in Kenya and you're there to stay, right?
Yeah, when I'm based in New York City, in New York State, but when I retire, I'm gonna do my winters in Kenya. I'm gonna do it in Uganda on the beach. I'm gonna do it there.
Okay. And
wow. I'm trying to see where this is coming from. Khalil.
Yeah.
Somebody commented on one of my older videos. He said, "Do your homework, gangster. Your boy Flip is softer than a marshmallow on fire. Don't be fooled."
Here you go. I didn't even want to talk about Flip no more.
Another dude, world traveler, he's talking about the passport bro ideology. I think this is his video that I commented on. He said it's bullshit. I'm tired of them selling dreams, especially about these foreign women, mostly Dominican Republic. They doing too much. But like I said to everybody, I'm not a passport bro. I'm pretty sure Khalil's not a passport bro, and Strictly's not a passport bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to them and what they do over there, but we don't do that here.
No.
You know what I'm saying? In the words of what's his name? The Black Panther. We don't do that here. Word. But yo, anybody want to come up and talk about Brazil? I really want to talk about this Brazil shit. Strictly, you was telling us about Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Brazil requirement. Luckily, I mean, I can enter Brazil because I also have a Chilean passport. So I don't need a visa for Brazil, so that helps. So, but I'm inside the website for the e-visa, and I go to apply now. And look at the BR online that vfsevisa.com, look kind of the requirement and see, okay, accept all cookies, your nationality. Okay, yeah, you have to go to that VFS Global. Oh, wow. But I don't see what they talk about. They supposed to be payment of fee, receive an email of the application, it will indicate whether your application has been approved, rejected. Oh, no, listen, once you pay the fee, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a matter, let me copy the link and put it in the back chat. So you can take a look at it. They say once you pay the fee, immediately will tell you if been approved or not. You know, so pretty much immediate. So they will tell you you've been approved, or you've been rejected, or they need additional details. So that's not complicated. It seems more like a formality more than anything else. Look, I sent the link. That's from the. It's directly from the actual official website from the Brazilian authorities. So yeah, if you look at it, it says how to apply, provide application details, and upload necessary documents. And it for minors, you need to upload. But they said the first step of the e-visa application is to register your account on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when they talk about the documents, they said the document needed. Okay.
Now, what's gonna happen if I click on this link?
No, it just show you it just tell you what you need for the visa, because I'm right. That's the official website.
It's good what Brazil is doing because it eliminate all the bum ass niggas.
Exactly.
Exactly, and that's what we're talking about. Strictly, you can't drop that in the main chat. That link.
Let me try.
Eliminate all the bum ass niggas.
Yeah, I like it. I don't mind.
Got 2 G's in your shit, you can't come, nigga.
If you ain't got 2 G's in your account, you shouldn't be traveling.
I agree with you.
And all countries should do that. Because in order to come to the United States, it's very hard for them to come to the United States. All countries do that. Don't make it easy. Dominican Republic, all them people should do that. If you ain't got 2 G's, don't bring your black ass here.
Exactly.
Don't be like no Razor Rays traveling on $25 hotel and shit and looking for super chats to get a drink.
Yeah, Gaines, I believe like it's HTTPS. It doesn't allow me. It look like YouTube doesn't allow me to post it.
Right.
Yeah, like it's it doesn't like but
But supposedly, what they doing with the visa requirements, which like none of us mind, we don't mind that shit. Keep them broke niggas up out of here. Know what I'm saying? But what they doing is in retaliation for Trump's tariffs.
Yeah.
That is correct.
They was talking about that $2,000 shit for like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Right. They've been talking about it.
Yeah.
So Lux Travel looks like he knows a lot about Brazil. So how long does the visa last for? Lux Travel, if you could type that in the chat.
Yeah, it says 90 days.
It's a 90-day visa.
Yeah.
All other visas from Africa, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Once you're present territory with e-visa, you're authorized to stay for up to 90 days per year.
Yeah.
If you need to extend your stay beyond 90 days, contact the federal police.
No. I'm not talking about how long the stay is. I mean, if I apply for the visa now, I still only have 90 days to visit the country?
No, once you apply for the visa, it starts from the date of entry.
Okay.
You get a
So
visa
he's saying
now.
incorrect.
Then once you enter,
let me read this. Let me read this right here. This is from Lux Travel. Incorrect. The visa was only removed for the Olympics. They had the visa before Trump was even in office. This isn't retaliation. But Lux Travel, what I'm asking is, if I apply for the visa now, right? If I apply for that visa now, can I visit? Will the visa last me until December? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know, because I want.
Okay.
I plan to travel. Will the visa last until December?
Let me look it up. Hold on.
All them visas is 3 months, man. For any Caribbean country that do that, or African country, they all been 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Because I went to Cuba, and I think their visa was $75. But you know, they don't require you to have any money in the bank or anything like that. I don't know if Trump shut the door on travels to Cuba.
Okay. Once a Brazilian visa is issued, its validity predicted how long you can enter Brazil. Generally, visas are valid for 1 year from the date of issuance, allowing you to enter Brazil multiple times within that year. However,
so it's 1 year from the date of issuance.
Exactly.
That's a long time.
I know.
Yeah.
So motherfuckers should even be complaining.
Yep. I'm reading. Yep. That's what. Yep. Yep. I'm the site of the Minister of External Relations. Yep. It's valid from 1 year to once it's been issued. Yep.
Okay. It just depends on how. It just depends. When they had the visa before, it was good for 10 years and allowed multiple visits for 90 days each. Okay. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get to Brazil, hopefully this year, God willing. Inshallah. You know, and you know, that's what it is.
Hey, Gaines, you got $2,000 in your account, right?
If I ain't got $2,000 in my account, I'm not traveling nowhere. I better get my behind to work. Forget traveling. Go to work.
So why the hell you worrying about it for then?
The only, like we said, we want to keep them broke niggas up out of here. If you ain't got $2,000 in your account, the only place you should be traveling to is work and home.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yo, that's what it is. I'm getting ready to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for 3 hours. It was a good live.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that came on the panel. Salute to everybody that was in the chat. All my dudes that work for Sanitation, retired from Sanitation. You know what I'm saying? One of my boys was trying to get on the link that I work with. Me and him started the job together. He was trying to get on the panel, but something was wrong with, I don't know what happened. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody. Oh, hey, Guapo want to come on. Guapo, I'm getting ready to end the live. Go ahead. What you got to say, brother?
Oh, nah, son. Mr. Ho John, son. What happened? Real quick. Give me a synopsis real quick. Salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to the chat.
Peace.
Nah, we was talking about Kenya. I had a couple people. I had my boy come up here. My boy that I work Sanitation with. He just recently went to Kenya. He just came back. So, you know, that was pretty much the topic. You know, Nairobi, Kenya.
Good
You
shit.
plan on going?
Shit. I don't know, but you know, to the good fellow who went to Kenya, good shit. Glad you made it home safe, man. Nah, I was doing some whole other shit. I know you sent me the link earlier, man. All right, bet. You spinning?
Yeah, I'm about to spin. We could talk about that list real quick.
What list?
You know what list? The list that's been the hot topic all week.
I'm gonna tell you the list right now. The 7 good fellas, that's 7. Bo Rakes, 8. Lord Williamson, 9. And we can put anyone at 10. Let's throw Barbarell in there. I don't know what list niggas talking about, man.
No,
Niggas
I'm talking
delusional.
about the official list from Yanga Chat that you sent me earlier.
Oh, the one you asked for?
That's the official.
Yeah.
That's the official list with the stats.
The list
These
is the
are
list.
top, what is it? The top 150 black YouTube travelers.
Numbers are the numbers, man.
Numbers are the numbers.
I ain't here for that though, man. Well, I missed you live, man. I'll catch you on the next one, G. Yo, salute to the panel, salute to the chat, man. Make sure I subscribe to Gans, man. That's a fact, though. All right, holla at me, good fella. Holla at me,
Yeah,
good fella.
definitely.
I bet.
All right. But yo, you heard what he said. We going by the official numbers, not what motherfuckers think. And honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that list till I found out that I was on it. And I wasn't even trying to be on it.
Oh, you in that list?
Yeah, I'm number 129.
Oh,
so all the
where's
dudes.
the list? Where's the list at?
Huh?
Where's the
you
list?
Can find the list. Let me spell it out to you for you. You can find the list on yangachat.com. Matter of fact, when you go up on the website, my picture is up there.
What is it? Yanga Chat? What is it?
Yeah. YANGACHAT.com. Yangachat.com. I'm going to spell it again. YANGACHAT.com. Matter of fact, I'm going to type it in the chat.
Okay. The top. Okay.
Guys, it's been a wonderful night. When the next live come up, I'll be there then.
Yeah.
Peace.
All
right.
Yeah, I see that.
Peace. Salute, Khalil Backyard Life. So yeah, that's what it is. Those are the official numbers for the black YouTube travelers. You know what I'm saying? So the begging travelers didn't even make the list. Sorry, buddy. But you're not the number one traveling YouTuber because you didn't make the official list. Big Gans, the Gangster Lifestyle made the list, and I wasn't even trying. I didn't even know there was a list.
Number 129, the Gangster Lifestyle. Yep. Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah.
Let me see. NYC. No. Rello.
They didn't make it.
Okay, Scott Hensley. Let's see.
He not there.
Damn. Okay. That's good though.
Yeah. Yeah. Lux Travel said the normal Brazil visa through the consulate is $185. But yo, that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm Big Gans. He strictly travel. You know what I'm saying? Yo, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on your way out. You know what I'm saying? This was a good live tonight. We covered a lot of topic. We talked about Kenya. We talked about Brazil. We talked about what you need to know to invest your money. You know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of ground tonight, you know?
Yeah.
I want to thank Strictly Travel for coming up. I want to thank my man P Funk. He was a special guest. Thank him for popping up. Mr. D, salute. V Swells the Traveler, Khalil Backyard Life. The other brother with the tequila bottle. Damn, what's his name? I forgot his name. Know what I'm saying? The brother that worked for the MTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yo,
Gaines, I'm looking at the list. This realistic list, though, it's very.
That's the official numbers.
It makes sense.
Yes.
And look at those guys. I'm like, definitely that's where they are. Like Tayo Aina, number 7, Ace, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the official list.
Sin City, number 12. Okay. Okay, make this one makes sense.
Yeah, thanks, Gig T. Freddie Mac. Salute to Freddie Mac. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my man, my partner, Crime Faces. Who's this?
But anyway, Gaines, congrats. You know, at least you would never want to win without wanting to be in it. So, you know, that's something, right?
Yeah, just cool. And I never seen you before. You gotta show your face. I'm gonna bring you up before you gotta show your face. I can't see you. All right, you could drop down. I'll add you to the stage real quick, but we getting ready to end it. Oh, he disappeared. But anyway, it is what it is. Yo, I'm getting ready to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for everybody that came up once again. Subscribe to the Gangster Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to hit Columbia again. You know what I'm saying? Like the videos, like the channel. Buck, let me see what Buck Travel got. Everybody want to pop up when I'm getting ready to end. Buck, what up, Buck? Buck Travel, what's up?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you. We can hear you.
Real quick, I'm getting ready to end it.
Loud and clear?
Yeah.
Salute to the panel, man. Salute to the panel. What's going on, man? Gaines, what's up with it, man? You do? I heard you doing the Sue in for Halloween.
No, they lied to you.
What?
They lied to you.
Oh, where are you going Halloween?
Halloween, I'm gonna be right here.
Oh, you ain't going nowhere Halloween?
Nope. If I do go away in October, it's gonna be Santo Domingo.
Okay.
But I got
you ain't doing
I'm trying to go to Brazil. So that's where it's leading to. So I might have to take a couple months off. I'm doing Colombia in July, and then that might be it until December.
Oh, okay. So you going to Brazil in December?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going there perfect time because that's when their summertime is starting up.
Right.
And that's like the opposite. Okay, so would that be your first time in Brazil? Which city are you doing? Rio, Sao Paulo, or?
I'm gonna do Rio.
Okay.
And if we get a chance to go to Sao Paulo, then I'll go there. But Rio is the destination.
Now I heard Sao Paulo got the best daycare centers, man.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like if you into that daycare activity, you know.
Right.
They got that's like one of the best in the game. Like, and it's like a major, you know, Sao Paulo has like 20 million people. It's like twice the size of New York.
Yeah, Sao Paulo is nice. I love Sao Paulo.
Yeah, it's bigger than New York City. Listen, Brazil is a big country. Rio's a big city.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I love Sao Paulo. I mean, by Paulista Street, by Via Olympia, I love that place.
But yo, Buck Traveler, I'm getting ready to shut it down. I got something to do. We've been rocking for a little over 3 hours now. You know what I'm saying? Once again, subscribe to the Gangster Lifestyle. Hit the like button. You know what to do. We got more coming. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, let me lead into my next one. My next stream, I'm gonna have another partner of mine up here. He's married to a Dominican woman. He's been with her for 10 years, and he's gonna come up and talk about what's it like being married to a Dominican woman. He met her in Santo Domingo. He's never been to Sosua. So we're going to talk about that. All right.
Let me ask you this before you close down.
Right.
Did he brought her over, or he's living there with her in DR?
Nah, he brought her to America.
Okay, so how long they've been living together?
They've been together 10 years.
So he brought her like during that 10 years. The majority of that time was it in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, tune in on Wednesday, and we're gonna let him tell his story.
Okay, because there's another brother in the space, Fearless. I don't know if you heard about him.
Yeah, I know
Fearless.
about Fearless.
Yeah, he did the same thing because there's a lot of talks in this spaces because like a lot of guys be like, don't bring them over, don't bring them over. You hear all these stories, but then you don't hear about the successful stories.
Hey,
Right.
Buck, I want to tell you, a good woman will be a good one. It doesn't matter where you take her. Put it this way.
Yeah.
If she switched on you where you are, she was never good for the beginning. She was just playing game. As simple as it is.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is like if you don't take your shot or even try, then that's kind of it's like it's better for you to try than you never even tried it. You know.
Exactly,
Like,
because I can tell you, I was married for 20 years, and I've traveled with my different places. I mean, the issue of our breakup was not it wasn't her fault. It was my fault. I can tell you that. You know, if I would have abided by the rules, we would have still been married. So it just, so yeah. So yeah, you got the proof is, I mean, how many Dominican have their wives in the United States and still together, So it's just, like I said, it's a gamble. I mean, you just have to know who to choose. I mean,
Yeah. And like I was saying, it's like the successful relationships, you don't even hear about it because they usually quiet about it. But then you want to hear about when shit goes down, and like you want to hear about the negatives, but you don't hear about all the successful relationships.
I mean, if you're gonna meet your chick in Sosua, get out of brothel or whatever it could be, and then you think you're gonna have a real wife after that, it's impossible.
Yeah. Because I was when I was in DR, the first trip I took was Santo Domingo. Because a lot of these dudes in the space, they go to Sosua. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to Sosua and like I want to try something different. And I went to Santo Domingo, bro. It was a quite different experience, man. I went to that. Yeah, I don't know if y'all been to this mall called Blue Mall.
Of course.
Agora Mall. I swear to God, I saw so many Dominican baddies, and it was like regular chicks. I was getting numbers after numbers. But the thing is, man, unfortunately, I was only there for 7 days, bro. If I lived there, bro, I could have something long term and possibly, bring something back here in the States.
Gaines, you remember when you came here, the girl, I met the girl that you remember, she was at the one that took you back to your place, remember?
Right.
I'm still working with her, and she got the job. She has her own place, her own car, working, making things happen. So, I mean, she's not a nuisance, I'm like, okay. Right. And then, you have plenty of them like this. They just have to, it all depends, who you cater to, what your objectives are, and what is your purpose. I mean, if you're looking for, a quick thing.
I mean, you see a lot of guys in the space is like, I mean, let me ask you this, strictly. Which is better for the guys in the space? Them going to these countries 4 or 5 times a year, spending all their money, coming back to the States, go on monk mode, repeat cycle, or they go to one of these places, get a regular decent chick, play the long game, and bring her over in a year or two, and possibly wife her up. Which option is better?
The second one, the one you go to one of those nice places, you spend some time, because some of those dudes spend like a month. I mean, in a month, you'd be surprised. The day I met Gaines, I had a small thing at my place, and this girl came, and then we started to talk. And next thing you know, I asked her a few questions. We started to hang out, and regular one, there wasn't nothing. So if you are in this type of environment, you meet nice. You have to be in a nice environment, like by Blue Mall, by Nairobi. When I go down my building, there's a plaza next door. You can't see the quantity of nice women who are there. And the good thing about those women, are approachable. Like yesterday, for instance, I was getting on an Uber, right? And it was this girl. She made a mistake, right? She thought it was hers, you know. And I'm talking to her. I mean, she was fine. I'm like, well, wherever you're going, let's go together. And she was laughing. I said, well, here's my business card. You know.
Yeah.
I was just joking, you know. And you looked at her. I approached her like in a jokingly manner. She gave me a business card, you know. She has a business. She has a restaurant. She owns a pastry business. I'm like, okay, that's quite interesting. So you have those type of women you can actually deal with. But think about it. I mean, if you don't have, if you're not stable financially, then you're most likely to find someone just for a short period of time. That's why you're gonna have to resort to paying services. But if you live here and have your income stable like a regular type of individual, you'll find one easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's and another. I heard that Santiago, Chile, or Chile, the country of Chile, you don't need a visa to bring your girl. Like if you got some kind of long-term situation with a girl over there, you don't need a visa to make her visit
Exactly. And the
you
good
in
thing
the
about
States.
Chilean women, they like, I mean, if you get married to them, then of course they'd rather be with you, but they go to the US for vacation, come back. To them, it's not something they are cherishing. Like, yeah, let me go to the United States so I can have a better life. No, in Santiago, Chile, I know a pool of hard-working women who got their shit together. They got the place, their own car, their own jobs, so they don't need you. So if they're with you because they like you, so definitely, I mean, that's something I always tell people, and that's what I love about Santiago, because she's not with you because you can give her a visa, you know, because she can actually go anytime she feels like it, you know. So yeah, definitely, yeah.
And that's one of the next place I'm considering going is like, because
when you
like,
go to Santiago, let me know.
yeah, for sure.
I will let you know where to go, who to meet.
Drop your if you're gonna meet go over there too. Well, we can meet up if you want. But what I was gonna say is like the first Chilean chick that I met was when I went to Miami. I went to Miami and I saw like these group of Chilean sisters. I mean, or chicks, and they kind of look more Eurocentric. And I talked to them, and they had an accent, and I was like, "Where are you guys from?" And it was like Chile. And I was
Yep.
like, "Oh, cool."
Oh,
What
yeah.
part? It was like Santiago, and I was like, at the time, I was like, like in Miami, I was seeing a lot of Chilean tourists. Come to find out, Chileans don't need no tourist visa to get to the U.S.
They
It's like they
don't.
need, you know, it's like they come to U.S. visa free and all that, and they were pretty cool, bro. It's like that's one place I can see myself like if I want to get a long term. Also, don't sleep in Peru. Peru is one of those places, but Chile is like it makes the whole process easier.
But I want to tell you what I dropped my number on the private chat.
Yeah.
And another thing I'm going to tell you about Chile. The good thing about Chile, it's actually a place we can actually live, and residency is it's a very easy process. Like I said, in Chile, just set up a company which costs you like a couple $100. Then after that, you get your visa, you get your 2-year temporary visa. Then even you get your permanent residency. So it's very easy. It's a very livable place, very livable.
Yeah. So
yo, that's what it is, Buck. I gotta get up out of here. Know what I'm saying?
Salute to the panel. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we're gonna talk more about that on Wednesday. Y'all pull up on Wednesday night. I'm gonna have another special guest, and he's gonna talk all of that. Once again, listen, y'all get your money up before you travel, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got $2,000 in the bank, you shouldn't be traveling. Get your money up, get your style game up, get your smell good up. But check this out: don't spray this cologne on unless you take a shower first. I had to get that off my chest. Know what I'm saying? But yo, it's the Gangster Lifestyle. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got more to come. Salute to everybody. Salute Buck Travel. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Salute. Take care, buddy.
Be strictly. Yo, we out.
Okay. Salute.
Peace.
Salute. Hey, strictly, I got just stay on a little bit. Big games, you can close it live. Go ahead. I gotta talk to Strictly on the back end. Pause.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. So if you could do
Yeah,
that,
go ahead. You can end the stream.
And in the stream, I'm going to talk to Structure on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah, end the stream. No problem. Okay, take care.
Thanks, man. Big games.